And my oh shit. I thought I was on the goddamn stream the whole time. I wasn't even on this bitch. What's happening, man? Y'all. Hey, look, y'all know what it is. This is Kyle, man. Kyle, your neighborhood homeboy, your local supplier of bullshit, um, your friendly scientist, your whatever you want to call me, man. Like, what's up, man? Let's get the people in here. Put the if y'all got the link, man, post the link in the chat over there on Smash channel because we're trying to get Smash over here too because me and Smash got some issues. Smash came on the club on the side of the platform yesterday talking about Egyptians was Negroes. Let's go, man. We're gonna figure this shit out, man. We got some pieces. We got some pieces to put together in the puzzle, man. I'm trying to see what's going on. Bring brother Unc over here. Peace, Silent K. I'm gonna put the link in the chat if y'all want to come in here and join the conversation, man. I'm just, man, it's a Saturday. I'm cooling. Let's do something, man. I want to see what this conversation is gonna go to because it's going too far, man. Y'all niggas really think y'all Egyptians, and I got an issue with that. I got issues with that, man. Jews Redemption, what's up, bro? You really think you a Hebrew? I got issues with that too. So come on over here, man. I know you a loyal participant in my channel, man. But come on, man. Like, don't nobody get no fucking slack around here, man. Yahoo, y'all, let's go, bro. Like, you know I'm on full time go mode, man. I might be wrong sometimes, but guess what? You finna get it today, buddy. Come on, let's go. Let's go ahead. I'm put the link in the chat, man, for y'all, man. Let's go, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, peace to you, Judah. Peace to you, Art Taking. Peace to you, goddamn Silent K, man. I'm trying to get there, bro. You know, we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. Let me put the link in the chat right quick for y'all, man, so y'all can join this conversation and cuss me out, man. Tell me I'm done. Hold on one second. 1 second. You ain't do no goddamn DNA test that told you were from Israel, nigga. Get the fuck out of here, Meta Yahoo. Show me, bring your DNA. You know what? The whole show has changed. Bring your DNA on this motherfucker, nigga. Cause I ain't buying it. I ain't buying it, Meta Yahoo. I ain't with that shit, bro. You okay? If you do got DNA from there, it's like 2%. So I ain't with that shit, bro. Go ahead and post that DNA, man. This nigga said he's done 2 DNA tests. How many? What percentage of the DNA that you have is West Africa? I mean, Israelite or whatever. I bet it's two. It's like 2%, bro. Is oh, you drive and you just so happen to be driving the truck when you going live and texting. Nigga, come on, man. You ain't got man. You got 2%, bro. Two, maybe three. I'll give you three if I'm being lenient, man. And I'm just fucking with you, man. But yeah, I'm finna post a link to the StreamYard in the chat here so y'all can join in this conversation if y'all want to. What's up, Mika? The link is now in the chat. I think it's in there. I hope it's in there. He said, "Ark is over. It ain't over, man. You can't kill a shit. You can't kill a dead." Let's go, man. Let's get it popping, man. Let's bring the people over here, man. And my shit on. Yeah, man, hit that link, man. The link is in the chat right now. I think y'all see it. This is Kyle. This is me. I'm posting the link right now. Hit the little button. We can get to it and do it. And this nigga said he been catching bodies all day, son Afro. Well, we're gonna see, man. Cause like I'm the mortuary, bro. Like I ain't nobody's getting caught unless they coming through Kyle, bro. Yeah, cause y'all out here catching pseudo bodies. Y'all out here playing with BB guns, man. Yeah. Hey, and last night you seen how the folks came at me when I said that the Egyptians was not Negroes. Y'all don't understand. I said the Egyptians was not black people. We gotta understand what black people means. We gotta understand what black means. The people who live in sub-Saharan Africa that was deemed as slaves in the transatlantic slave trades, those were the people that was deemed black people. Because if you look into any type of record, the people who lived in Northeast Africa, North Africa, these people was called white. You can look on a job application. North Africans have always been white. You can look at any type of government documentation, always white. Smash, hit the link, bro. And this is why I got you here, bro. Hit the link, man. These people in Northeast Africa are not qualified and not quantified as being black people, bro. So hit the link. I'm gonna put it in the chat one more time. One more time for your mind. Bam. There you go, right there. Click that motherfucker, join the link, and I can guarantee you that you will not leave this live believing that Northeast Africans are black people. Now they're melanated, but not black people. No more pseudo, bro. Now I don't sound like Chief X, man. Y'all better stop that, man. And thanks for the subscription, man. Meta Yahoo, subscribe to the channel. Everybody that's in the chat right now, hit the subscribe button. I can't even goddamn talk, but you know what it is. Hit the little link, man, and I'm gonna show y'all how wrong you are. Let's go. We got Shaka in the building. We got Sun Afro in the building.
Damn,
Hey,
bro.
welcome
I'm trying to talk, bro.
man. I thank y'all for coming through the channel, sliding through, and show me
This
y'all.
shit very easy, bro.
Huh?
This explain Ramses the second and third DNA. They Y haplogroup is dominant E1B1A DNA.
All right, cool. So that you this is where you already fucked up at because you asked me about Ramses. Ramses is tied to he's not tied to E1B1A. If you look
All
at
right, well, pull that up because, bro, that's up, bro. That
no,
information is up, bro.
no,
That information has been
look,
up.
wait,
And what make it so bad, bro, is
um,
that
see this is what we're not gonna do. You see how they Shaka, you see how they went right there? You see how respectful I was for that brother? And I allowed him to talk, right? And then
Yeah.
he asked me a question. And then when I answered the question, he wouldn't allow me to finish my answer. So I'm gonna bring him back. Look, no emotions. Let's deal with facts, bro. Son Afro, I'm gonna bring you back on, bro, but you need to calm down and articulate your point of view like a gentleman, my brother. Let's go.
information up?
This nigga still going hard, bro. He's still going. What's up, though, Shaka? How you doing, brother? Shaka, how you gonna
Hey,
listen?
what's up? What's up? How you doing?
All right, so Shaka, yeah, the brother, he's not listening to me. He's still like, I'll bring him back right now. He's still gonna be fussing. Watch this. Watch this.
Bro, you lying.
Are you done? You done?
You lying.
Are you done?
You are lying.
I'm lying about what?
There is no info on Ramses the second and third having E1B1A Y haplogroup dominant.
I definitely did not say he has E1B1A. I said that there is a misconception about his DNA and how it links back to the West African people. If you
Nah, nigga, no, nigga. You trying to argue
God,
DNA?
now you
You
gotta go.
trying to argue DNA, fool?
You gotta go again.
You tweaking.
I'm tweaking because I look.
The man DNA is E1B1A, bro. You gonna cry about it or what?
All right, cool. So my
Them
DNA.
the facts. Those are facts that have been presented by not only one of the most racist Egyptologists who ever walked the earth. Why on fucking earth would a racist Egyptologist tell you out his own mouth, he could not deny it, that Ramses the second and third, both Y haplogroup, meaning their fathers,
Yes.
contain majority, dominantly E1B1A DNA, which is a sub-Saharan African trait.
Hey, bro, let's be honest, right? You coming in real hot, man. Like I this is my first time
I
eating.
told you I've been catching bodies all day. This
And
easy word. You need to explain that.
all right, well, if you would be quiet, I would definitely explain it for you, and it
All
would
right,
make.
go ahead.
All right, cool. So when you look at E1B1A in the Levant area, it is a
Oh
number.
shit, here we go.
Right, that's cool. But see what's going on, Shaka? How you doing, brother?
Hey, what's up, Kyle?
Not too,
Um,
man.
are you a member of the Dagger Squad?
Yeah, I'm Dagger Squad, bro. What's good?
Okay, so my condolences. You guys died December 31st. I mean, your leader let you down.
When he do that?
Well, you know what happened with the no show at the debate.
No, that's not what happened. Like, okay, so I think we have a lot of different views on something that may not necessarily be accurate. And so like from the information that was conveyed to me, maybe slightly different than the information that was conveyed to you regarding the debate, and how it's presented on social media. Because I personally can't be upset with the brother for one, for having a death in his family.
Well, I mean, I'm not trying to do the whole
No, no, but no,
debate
this is this.
because if something happens, it happens. Sometimes you have emergencies,
Yeah, but
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 but,
but
but
but people are judging him based on these facts, right?
no, I disagree.
So okay, so can we agree that he had a death in his family, and if I had a death in my family, I'm not
No,
saying.
no, I'm not talking about this. I'm not. No, that
Yeah, yeah.
was
No, no,
the 24th
I'm
of
building.
December.
I'm building to
Oh,
the point,
okay.
right? So like this happened the week before, right? And then he gets back and his daughter gets robbed, right?
Uh, what I'm trying
You
to
know
say
what I'm
without
saying?
what I'm trying to say without getting into the specifics,
What
that
what what would
Saneda and
what would
Jabari
what
said,
would you do? What do you expect it for him to do in that situation? Do you expect him to do a
okay,
debate about some shit that don't matter, or
well,
do you expect him to be there for his family and protect
okay,
them?
well, I expect the person to say, look, I have an emergency, can we reschedule? And that's it. And he didn't do that. But at the end of the day,
No,
he's
but
your man. He's your man. So you're gonna
no,
defend
he
him.
did though, bro. He did. He literally did. He literally
Well,
called Sarnetta and told him
that,
that he can't do the debate.
an
He
hour and a
called
half
him.
after the start, right? But I mean, at the end of the day, that's your man. So it's all good.
No,
But
no, I've told, man, look, man, me and Garfield, like, I love Garfield. He's a good brother, man. But I've told him so many times he's been wrong, and some of the times I told him he was wrong, I was wrong. But we have an open line of communication. You know what I'm saying? Like,
have you seen his bachelor's degree in history?
yes,
Which university is it? Which school is it?
I don't know because he don't know the university I went to. I can show you this right now. You're not like this.
No, it's okay because
Are you gonna read this? Can
I
you see
cannot
it?
read. I don't manage to read because
Yeah,
your background is
that's
like
also
blurry. But
a
no, I was
bachelor's
asking about
degree.
him, not yours. You know what I'm saying? I'm not disputing yours, but nobody has seen
Yeah,
his so-called
but
bachelor's degree
we
in
have
history.
seen his
And
like
he said he received millions of dollars as well. Do you believe that?
Garfield is definitely Garfield got a check.
So you believe that he received millions of dollars, right? From
I
some
well
family.
from where now?
From some family. He stated that publicly on Doggy Diamonds.
Garfield's family is affluent. I'll say that.
Okay, all right. Well, do you want to talk about the ancient Egyptians because you argue that they're not black? Do you want to talk about that?
Okay, so yeah, let's deal with that. So like
Hmm.
my argument is that so for me, we use the term black as a blanket term, right? We throw it over all of Africa, and we don't necessarily use that the same way that we use the term black here in the Americas. And so, like, if I was to talk about a black person, I would not be referring to a person that's from Libya. I would not be referring to an Arab person. I would not be referring to any of those things. I would be referring to a descendant of sub-Saharan Africans. And so, like, when we have these colloquial conversations, we talk about black people, and we give these people these social statuses of being black, but in our world that we live in, they wouldn't qualify as being black by our own standards. Because like if we looked into what's that place called? India. My bad, my mind went blank. We looked at India. These people are darker than me. Are they black? No. They are Indian. These are Dravidians. These are different kind of Indian people. or native Hindu people. They don't believe the same thing that we believe in. They don't have the same culture. They don't have the same language that I do. And so I can't qualify and quantify these people as being black people. And this is what I tried to share with the community, is because, and I think you are very well studied, sir, in Africa. And you know that Africa is the most diverse continent in the entire world. That means you have the most diversity ethnically. Why would the people who lived in West Africa, West and Central Africa, be the exact same group of people who live in Northeast Africa, especially after multiple influences from foreign sources, especially Indo-European and European sources? So this is why I say that the people that are in Egypt was not black, because the people who was in Libya, we wouldn't call them black either. And that's simply my position.
Well, I agree with you with Libya. I wouldn't label the Libyans black people myself.
Yeah.
And do you mind if I share my screen?
Yeah, go ahead, bro. Yeah. Right on.
So I've shared the link in the chat, but for the record, I'm going to do that again. And where's the chat? The live
yes, right there. It's on the screen.
Where's the live stream? There it is. So that's the Louvre Museum, and this is Amenhotep III. And does it look like a black person to you here?
But that's my contestment. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't say what a black person looked like, because it's so many varieties of black people. I can't say, because like, look at the eyes. Look at the lips, look at the nose, look at the hair. Okay, these are Negroid features, but you're gonna find these exact same features when you go to the Americas. When you go looking at the people who live in the UV area that created this I guess phenotype, you're gonna find the same exact I guess expression of this phenotype.
Can you show me?
Yeah, absolutely. Because if you go, okay. let's look at.
Please show me then.
Okay, do you want me to show you the people who lived in India that have afros?
Well, you mentioned in America, we can see people who look like the same type of lips, same kind of nose, and that's the profile picture, the background picture that I have, by the way. So that's Amenhotep III. That's 1300 BC. That's Akhenaten's father. That's King Tut's grandfather, one of the most powerful ruler of Kemet.
Yeah, let me find it for you right quick. Give me one second.
But you know what's strange though, brother Kaya? You said you cannot tell what a black person looks like, right? That's what you said.
Yeah, because black person the black people are an ethnic group of people who are a vast majority of the African continent. So we have many phenotypes and many expressions of our DNA. But these expressions, they're all consistent because they're consistently not European traits. Wide noses, big lips, these darker skin, these different things. And so like when you look at ancient, like for instance, right, if you look at the ancient writings of like Jews, for instance, right, a lot of Jews they called other Jews Negro Jews because they had wider nostrils or thicker lips because they live closer to the equator area. And these are things that we have to address on micro levels, because these microscopic levels are the things that build on macro evolution and macro thought processes. And I think that a lot of times we forget about these small details when we build these big ass profiles for knowledge that we disseminate from our community.
But maybe there's a misunderstanding. Maybe we're not talking about the same time period. If you're talking about the modern Egyptians, the contemporaneous inhabitants of Egypt, then I don't consider them black either. You know, though we'll find some Nubians around the south. But I was actually talking about ancient time, like antiquity.
Yeah, like that. Yeah. So are we talking about pre?
Dynastic period, dynastic period, like
pre-dynastic.
Not just pre-dynastic, even pre-dynastic. I'm sorry, my bad. Not just pre-dynastic, even dynastic period. Basically, once again, this one here, Amenhotep III, that's 1300 BC, that's 1300 BC. But it's a bit strange to me. And I understand. I mean, I'm not trying to make you change your mind because usually it kind of takes time and people to look at different evidence in order to see if they want to change their mind or not. But you have your premise that the ancient Egyptians were not black, and a lot of people share that same premise. Even Chief X, I've been talking with him every now and then, and but what is surprising to me, however, is that when you see this painting right here, which is once again in the Louvre Museum. I didn't put it there. Then you start saying, okay, you don't really know what a black person looks like, and I think it's strange because
No, no,
some
no.
people.
I'm not. This is what I'm saying, Shaka. I'm not saying that pre dynastic Egyptians were not black. I'm saying that they are black. And I've also said that pre-exilic Israelites in Israel was also black. But I'm saying we need to further define that term black so we can be on the same page, because we are using black as a cover all. I'm saying that they had melanin in their skin. I'm saying that because E1B1A, E1B1B, R1, these are all black people, but they have different genetic sources that they come from. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that I
Well,
can't say that I'm the same group of people that are in Northeast Africa. Like if I got a person
but
that
if you want, I can make it simple. When I say
yeah,
black,
yeah.
I mean just like black people in America. That's what I mean.
Oh yeah, absolutely no. The people who was Egyptian was definitely not the people who was brought over here as slaves. No.
No, 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 no. I'm not saying that they are the same ones. I'm saying when I say black, because you said we have to define what we mean by black, and
Oh,
when I
okay, yeah,
say,
yeah. Now
oh
that
yeah,
I agree, yeah, yeah. The people who
yeah,
was
all
brought
right.
over here as slaves, like, so if we can agree that that is the only term that means black people, then we can have a great conversation, because now we've established protocol. Now
Mm.
we know when we
Well,
say black, we know who
um,
we're referring to. You know what I'm saying?
well, I'm not exactly saying the people who were brought to the Americas and the Caribbean, by the way, are the only people that we call black people. But what I'm trying to say is that when I say the ancient Egyptians, as far as I'm concerned, were black, I mean black like African Americans. That's what I mean.
Yeah. Okay. So the people who was designated as being black people are the have only been the people, as far as black now, that are the people who was brought over here as slaves, because everybody
Oh,
else.
I see your point, but that's in English.
Yeah,
Besides
yeah, yeah,
English,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. But
we
that's
have other
that's the
terms.
only point of reference
Well,
I
well,
have.
well, we have Negro, the Spanish Negro, and even back in the Middle Nature, we have the term Chem, and Smash Rockwell actually show that a lot of time. But this painting here to you, like, does it look like a Caucasian? Does it look like a Chinese person, like someone from Spain, from Denmark? How would you describe that person in terms of ethnicity or race? Because now people say there's no race, but whatever term you want to use, how would you define that person there?
A person that lived in the Levant area was a
No,
Afro.
I'm talking about that one there, not just someone in the Levant. That wasn't the Levant. That was Africa. That was
Oh
Egypt.
yeah, okay, yeah. So that particular picture looks like a Nubian person that has more African features. But if as you go and through Egyptian history or Kemetic history or Ramesh history, whatever we want to call it, you get people who are getting lighter and lighter. Eyes are blue. People have different features and things of that sort. So like it depends on what time period that we're referring to the land of Kemet. Because the picture that you're showing, I would say that person is probably a Nubian or a Afro or a more African person that would be more connected to like the Ramses genetics that you would have than the people who are R and J and stuff like that.
Mm. Well, I get your point. I personally don't deal with genetics, but just for the benefit of the audience, because some people think that this is like a one-off painting. But if you don't mind, I just want to show you that one. I know some people will probably say, well, that one, it doesn't have a broad nose, but I'm just going to share the screen if that's okay with you, of course. This one here is from the Torino, or Turin as we say in English, in Italy, and there it is. So actually it's best for me to share the link in the chat so people can see it in their own time. um so, well, I can play, but I'm gonna not gonna put the volume on. So
Hey Shaka, if you could make a post in the chat, I'll make you a mod. That way you can post your links in the chat so that the people can
uh
as well. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. The stream is not here. Oh, there it is. So, I just put a message. I put HTTP. Yeah. Oh, I don't hear you anymore. Oh, what's going on? Oh, I think we lost our brother. I don't know if you can hear me.
No, I can hear you, bro.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm listening to you. I took you off the screen so we can have full screen on your video.
Oh, okay. And so what is the chat? I'm looking for the chat. Is not here. Where's the chat? Okay, that's the stream. So let me try. Oh, I'm still not a mod, but it's okay. But I'm putting the link here. Somebody can copy and paste it. And so we have that one there from Museo Egizo in Torino. I'm just going through because it's. And then there's another one also that I want people to see. Here you can see the small statue as well, and you have all the others in the back. And I want to show another one, so I'm going to actually, rather than on share, I'm just going to copy the other link. Well, I might as well show that one. Well, another two. I mean, feel free to tell me if you want to move to something else. But okay, I have to wait for the advert. But I'm going to share that link in the chat as well. Where's the chat? So in the chat there. So now the ad should be okay. There it is. So this one is I think it's the same one. The Museo Egizio in Torino as well. And this one is the tomb of Ini. So I've shared the link in the chat if I'm not mistaken. And lastly, there's another one from Denmark this time, from Copenhagen if I'm not mistaken. So let me share this one in the chat as well. So the chat is here. There it is. So people can have a look, but we have a fair bit of them, and a lot of people are not aware of that. I don't know if you can hear me though, brothers.
No, I can hear you, bro. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, to you.
All right. So it was just, and this is 2000 BC, and I've been going to many museums over the years, so I don't really want to monopolize, but a lot of people just don't know that we have ancient Egyptians like that. Usually, the older they are, then the blacker they look. Yeah, so I just want to make that point, but thank you for listening to me. I appreciate that.
Nah, you good, bro. You good. Like I do have one question. Like let's look at one thing. Like, and I want to see what you think about this. Like, I'm gonna pull a picture of Queen Ty. This is her excavation picture. This is mummy of Queen Ty, of Egypt, right? Do you feel? Let me zoom in right fast. Oh, I can't even zoom in.
Well, I can tell you straight away that when it comes to mummies, I don't have any say about the ethnicity or the phenotype.
No, I'm just saying that. Like, do you believe that this is Negroid hair that she has? Like,
I really don't know. I mean, it is known that the royalty, the nobles, the rulers in ancient Egypt or Kemet will be shaven, to avoid lice and any other stuff. So they will wear wigs, and we have some of the wigs in museums, and actually in
but this right here is literally growing out her scalp still, because hair doesn't. Okay, but anyway, so you don't feel like this is her hair? That's what you're saying?
Oh no, I'm saying I don't know. It is known that it is known that they were wearing wig. That's something that is known, So besides the hair, when it comes to phenotype, it actually was it yesterday? Yesterday we had the brother Sekou, who was on, and he showed a mummy to argue for the blackness of the ancient Egyptians. And I told Brother Sekou, I wouldn't use that because this is a body that is decaying. So, most likely it will turn dark, it will turn black. You could have probably a Caucasian or white person. And if you show his mummy or his body, which is in a state of decomposition or decaying, then he might be darker. So, yeah, that's what I would say. Well, the brother's on the phone, obviously. You might be calling some people that I know. Come get him, he's here.
My bad, man. People call me trying to figure out my channel name. Like, man, how you spell your name? I'm like, bro, you've been knowing me my whole life. Yeah, man.
Yeah. But if
But
you
I
have
mean, you
any
know
other
what?
questions,
You know,
feel free, brother. If you have any
yeah.
other
But
questions.
your answer reminds me of a me answer because that's the most genuine answer you can get. Like sometimes you just don't know the answer to the shit.
Yeah,
You can't
yeah,
jump out the window. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
And many times I've said in the past, saying I don't know is one of the most intelligent thing that someone can say. Some people just like to make stuff up sometimes, and we will never know everything, because so for example, sometimes people like to say, "Well, you guys said that we should follow Kemet, but if it was so great, then what did you follow?" And I'm like, we have so many empires that were great at one point, and they actually fell. So sometimes people have talking points. Sometimes when you say you don't know, then people act like, okay, they have one over you. Or they might say, well, you just don't know what you're talking about. Walter Williams, no disrespect to the elder, but he was talking to a Hebrew Israelite called Gideon, and he asked him about the scholar. He asked Gideon if he was familiar with the scholar, then Gideon said, well, he's an Egyptologist, if I'm not mistaken. And Walter Williams asking, okay, where was he teaching? And Gideon said he didn't know. And Walter Williams said, well, you just don't know what you're talking about. Don't come talking about stuff you don't know about. And I'm like, that sounds a bit unfair, but no disrespect to the elder. My only main disagreement with him is his claim that the Medu Neter has not been deciphered. I mean, I don't know if you agree with that claim, but that's my main disagreement.
That is not deciphered.
Yeah. Do you agree that it hasn't been deciphered?
I mean, honestly, I don't know enough about the subject to make that determination. I'm just being real with you, but I
Mm-hmm.
do know what I can see and from what my knowledge is, and like these are also Egyptian mummies. This one has blonde hair. This is like for me, it's hard to believe, and I get it. There's some Africans that definitely have that definitely have blonde hair and blue eyes, but I can't say that these are the people who I come from because I don't know anybody in my family or anybody that that I'm even related to that has that type of hair or like because like when you look at what is it called SLC 2458 um that's a genetic deficiency that happened in the Levant region that caused light skin. I believe another one's RB6 or something like that. I forgot the name of it, but this is what caused blonde hair and blue eyes and these recessive genes to be more prominent. And so, like for me, I can't say that I come from those group of people. And this is my major pushback because I said it like yesterday. I was on Side Another show and I got cussed out, and people say that I was cooning and I'm an idiot simply because I said a fact that the fact is that Egypt was not ruled by the same people after the pre-dynastic period because it went through the Assyrians' hands, it went through the Persians' hands, it went through the Romans' hands, it went through the Greeks' hands, and so their culture would definitely change the same way that anybody's culture would change if you're going through that many different rulerships. And
But
for some reason, we have an issue with the facts because we blackenize, we overly make this shit black. We overly make this shit what we want it to be, and we
mm,
romanticize these African belief systems and these African
mm.
cultures, and we're not being realistic, in my personal opinion.
Well, I don't think we romanticize anything. I mean, I heard some Hebrew Israelites saying that to me when they were talking about slavery in Kemet, which is a biblical narrative. In history, I haven't seen any record of slavery, let alone the Exodus narrative. But when it comes to this hair, first I'm wondering, like, what is the website? Is it genuine and is it really hair? That's what we have to wonder. Is it a wig or is it natural hair? But then again, we have depictions of them when they were alive. And when I show statues, sometimes people tell me, well, it's a statue, they have different styles. So I'm like, okay, we have paintings as well. But I can understand if people are angry at you if you say that it was not the same people who ruled during dynastic time. Uh, it's safe to say that the people who ruled in pre-dynastic time were the same of dynastic time, but um, I think it will be the same population from Nama onwards. So that would be like 3000 BC. The Assyrians, you're correct. That's around 600 BC, however. So we kind of have, I would say, the same group of people who ruled, except for the Hyksos invasion, but the Hyksos did not rule the whole land. They were more on the north in the Delta area. So um, I think it's safe to say that it was the same population from 3000 BC until the Assyrians in 600 BC. And of course, after the Assyrians, like you said, I agree. We had the Greeks, the Macedonians, Alexander the Greek, and then finally we had the Romans, and then 600 years later we had the Muslims. So um, I mean, we have the depictions, we have the visual evidence. Now there's other things, that the language and maybe the culture overall, but I really rely on the visual evidence. And then we have some brothers, some sisters, and other people who like to talk about DNA a lot, and they like to talk about some samples that were made. But I usually ask them, okay, what's the time period for those samples? Because if they took samples from inhabitants of Egypt in, let's say, 400 BC, that's a late period. It was the Greeks who ruled. So I don't know if we can rely on that when it comes to the ancient population. But I don't want to be long-winded with it.
Yeah. No, honestly, for this conversation, I think we agree way more than we disagree. You know what I'm saying? Because like when I first heard about you, Shaka, you and Garfield had some issues, and
Yeah, unfortunately, we've had issues for a long time now, but keep going,
and
brother.
I think it's because lines have been crossed, but that's neither here nor that's not my business. What I'm saying is that I think that honestly, what you are saying and what Garfield is saying is 98% the same thing.
Oh well, we'll find out anyway. I mean, it's like it hasn't been the most peaceful ride, but I mean, we'll see where it goes. We'll see where it goes. I mean, what I don't like is falsehood. Really, that's what I don't like. And there's some people who are labeled Kemetic or followers of Kemet that I've had issues with. Because I didn't like the falsehood that they were saying.
Well,
So
maybe I can help you out. I want to be a mediator, right? What do you think of falsehood? Because I'm not saying that Garfield is infallible, and I'm not saying that you are either. But I'm saying that I've never heard anything that Garfield has said out of his mouth that I can say, bro, you that's full of shit. I've never heard that. Now I have heard him say some things that he's been corrected on, and he's accepted the correction, but it wasn't like a huge issue. So like what do you feel is a insurmountable hill with Garfield that you can't respect the scholarship?
well, I would say the main claim that he's been saying for the last few months, that Christianity didn't take a damn thing from Kemet, and he said that several times.
No. That's not what he said though, bro.
Oh, I heard him.
I think okay. That's
I
okay.
heard him.
That's it. That's the root of it. That's the root. Okay, got
Oh
it.
no, no, you wouldn't be the root. I mean, how it started actually, it was very simple. He issued a challenge, and he said, Isis wasn't a virgin, and he said, show me Isis being a virgin on the walls, or I forgot which word he used exactly, but he said, show me Isis being a virgin, show me the text or something like that to that effect. So I did just that, and then I was on his panel. He put me on hold for 40 minutes, and he had a dude that I nicknamed Batishon, who is a Riparianite, basically a follower of the anthropological linguist. I think you know what I'm talking about. Um, and then Reggie wasn't really happy with me at that moment, so I was kind of disrespected. He actually kicked me out of the stream, and he said, you're behaving like a girl. We are all grown men here, so I just clapped back. But I mean, I showed the text, and I told Reggie, if Reggie wants to say, my source was what we call the Wörterbuch book, which is the most complete dictionary of ancient Egyptian. It is in German, indeed. If Reggie wants to say that the Wörterbuch book is wrong, then he can be my guest. But he knows that the Germans will slice him up.
Yeah.
So that's what it was, and he actually, I mean, said some things and acted some ways. But I know it was a group effort. But that's the past. So I'm not really tripping on it. But I think he just underestimated me because I
Now,
mean, it is what it
I
is.
don't think he underestimates you. I think that everybody that deals with you understands that you are a scholastic individual. I think the issue is that it got personal and it didn't stay on the information. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
I'm glad you said that actually, because I did ask about the degree, and I think that's what made him the most angry. But he stated publicly on Doggy Diamonds that he has a bachelor's degree in history. Now he's been saying that he showed it to so and so. But when I spoke to Chef and Chris MVP Harris, actually Garfield came that day on my stream. He said, "Oh, you want to be a French Wendy Williams? I mean, you want to be a gossiping Wendy Williams for the French people?" I mean, I didn't, kick him out. I just said, "Look, leave the other names aside," and I still allowed him to speak on my panel. Now, Chef said that he saw one name, but Chris MVP Harris said he saw another name, and the field apparently was not the same. So,
I think you should ask yourself this question though, bro. Like for real, like seriously, ask yourself: has Chris MVP Harris been inside Garfield's house? Has Sheffrin been inside Garfield's house? Because the only way that you can see the degrees I have on my wall,
no, you don't need to be in somebody's house.
You
you
come inside my house. You have to be invited.
You can see a picture, you can see a video, but actually, Chris stated publicly that Garfield doesn't have a bachelor's degree in history. He said, "I capped for you before, but I'm not capping for you again." Now they know each other, So we have someone.
Chris does not know Garfield like that, bro.
Well, whether he knows him or not, I mean, he knows him. He has his phone number. Actually,
but what I'm saying though, bro, like, so for instance, I got best friends.
Garfield sent him a picture of his degree. I don't know if you're aware of that. We were actually live.
Yeah.
He said, okay, all right.
And Garfield sent you a picture of his degree, right?
No, he didn't. He actually proposed to do a private live stream so he could show it to me. But I said, look, I don't do the private stuff. I mean, why wouldn't he show it publicly?
Because
I think it's a fake one that he showed,
bro. Like my name on here is not my name in real life. This is what I go by. I go by Kyle. This is the name that was given to me through spiritual practices and stuff.
But Garfield Reed is his real name, right?
So I do not want anybody seeing my government name, because you got to understand what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a group of people who will slander you, who will call and try to get you fired, who will try to do anything because you're speaking against their belief system. And so you have to be defensive of yourself, because I can guarantee you your name is not Shaka Nagu. And if it is,
that's not my government. You're correct. No, that's not my government name. My government name
that's what I'm saying.
I just want to say, if you don't mind.
But for me to ask you, show me your driver's license right now live, you would be apprehensive. You would not want to do that, right or wrong.
Yeah, well, actually, it's really different, because my government names appear when people make a donation. If they want to make a donation on the PayPal, and I think the Cash App as well, my government name appears. Actually, I used to do Muay Thai, so I did some tournaments, and my government name appeared. But besides that, we're not talking about a driver's license. We're talking about a degree, because you gave your example of.
I have 3 degrees right here.
I understand that.
On all of my 3 degrees, it shows my first name, my middle name, and my last name, the state that I was in, the date that I graduated, the year that I graduated, and that is private information that I may not want motherfuckers to know.
That's you, but Garfield Reed. Are you saying that Garfield Reed is not his real name?
I'm saying that if it is, it's cool. If it's not, it's cool, because
well, I mean, so far we know him as that. That's his real name. That's the book, and he used to do business as well. So I mean, if he wants to, and he can tell the people, look, I don't want to show my degree because I don't use my real name, and then okay, end of story. But so far everybody knows him with that government name. But I'm not too concerned about his private life. But once again, he said on Doggy Diamonds that he has a bachelor's degree in history, and the way he's been behaving regarding this issue of the degree shows to me that he doesn't have that degree. And rather than, and he's just going to attack people for talking about it, rather than just owning up to it, I mean, he's not the only one who would have done that. There's a guy called Ali Muhammad. He showed a fake PhD and he was roasted online. But, we left that alone. That was then,
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I just don't feel like, okay, so I'm not.
He wrote a book. And in his back cover, he said he's been a student of biblical history for the last 30 years, which is also very strange to me, because it would mean that he started at 9 years old. But he actually even gave the name of the church that he used to attend. So, once you have a public figure, we know your face, you have written a book, you even travel abroad. He went to London, to advertise the book. And besides, he used to do business and credit repair and other things, I don't see why you wouldn't show your degree. I think he doesn't have the bachelor's degree in history, and he could prove me up. I'm sorry, he could prove me wrong by just showing it. Now, if he doesn't want to show it, that's fine. But I have the right to say, well, since he doesn't show it, it's
all right. So let me try to broker a deal. So you mean if Garfield, if I can get Garfield to show you his degree, will you apologize?
Not to me.
No.
I don't see why we need to apologize.
You are the person that's denying he has a degree.
No,
if I can get him to show you his degree, will you apologize to him on live?
I don't.
Will you make a public apology and say, I'm sorry that I doubted you, Your Royal Highness?
No, I wouldn't say that. Come on. But it would be a good thing for him to show his degree, not just to me, but basically to the community. And then people will be like, well, you see, that guy Shaka said that he doesn't have the degree. He believes he doesn't have, but actually he has it. But I think he will not do that, because if he shows the degree, without hiding the university or the school like he did with Jabari stated publicly that Garfield hid the university, because if we see the school, then it can be verified, So it's on him. But for the record, I'm not the only one who doubted him having a degree, just like also him having millions of dollars. Many people have been doubting that. But on his channel, obviously, anybody that says something that doesn't go along with the program, then they will be blocked, they will be kicked out. But there's many, and it's good for you to know, so you can convey that to him. There are I could say hundreds of people who doubt that he actually has that degree.
I don't think it's hundreds. I don't think it's a doubt it. Well, you know what? Let's move. Savio, what's up, bro? How you doing, man? Welcome to the platform, man. Savio, how you doing, King?
Yo, what up?
What's up, Savio?
I'm just sitting over here tripping off this conversation. It's crazy because who cares if a person has a degree or not? No one's challenged anybody. No one's challenged you having a degree. And it does. Look. No one. I did not interrupt you
because you were not there. But go ahead.
No one interrupted you. No one's challenging a whole lot of people who come in these communities if they have degrees. No one's challenges a whole lot of people if they've graduated high school or college. I'm being serious. I graduated college. I don't have my degree, and I'm not going to show my degree because I think my work backs up my degree in history that I went to school to study.
Yep.
Yeah, but you're anonymous and unidentified. Garfield is not. Garfield is a public figure.
No, he's not. He's not unidentified. I've talked to him on the phone.
I said you are anonymous and unidentified, but he's not. He's a public figure.
How am I anonymous and unidentified? Everybody on this panel knows me. Everybody in these chats seem to know me. So I'm not too anonymous.
I don't know you. I don't know your name, but Garfield is a public figure, But I understand if you.
We're all public figures. We're all public figures because we're here in the public and we're doing what we do to educate the public. Nobody wants to know but you.
Yeah, no,
you're the only person that it seems important.
Listen, if you don't want to have that conversation, you don't have to have it. I had it with the brother Kayal. Everything was cool. You don't need to come with that energy. I hear you. You don't care if he has a degree or not. Some people care. Now, and that's it. And I'm ready to move on to other things because apparently it makes you upset, and I don't want you to be upset.
No, it don't make me upset. It don't make it. No, it don't make me upset. It's a childish conversation at this point.
Well, it's childish to keep saying that Jabari spoke to a mummy. He never said he spoke to a mummy. So
yes, he did. Yes, he did. No. Yeah, he did.
Craig. Hey, look, it's 58 people. It's 58,000 in the words of what is it? 58,000 y'all in this chat, man. Let's get these likes up. Hit the subscribe button. Thank y'all for coming in. We're gonna get back to the conversation in a second, but y'all better hit that subscribe button before y'all do anything else. And back to you, Shaka.
So.
Yeah. Well, Sabio,
so he actually said it, and it's actually in a video. It's actually in a video. Okay, Craig Moore. Can you please send that video to Jabari saying he spoke to a mummy to Kayal? Please, Craig Moore. Please, can you do that? Please, so Shaka can see this out of his mouth. Please, because I can't share it.
I don't have the video, but I have seen him say that he spoke to he was in the pyramids and he heard a mummy talk to him and he spoke back to him.
Game over.
That was kind of strange.
I rest my case. I did not make that. I'm not making that up, bro. I'm not making that up. Everybody in this chat is saying he did it. I'm not making it up.
He said, I remember him saying that he thought he heard a voice. I don't remember him saying that he spoke to a mummy.
So, no, he said he heard a mummy. He heard a mummy. He heard a mummy. He heard her voice say to him, "I heard you speaking about me, brother. Tell them I am here." Those were his words.
So he never said that he spoke to a mummy. So you've been lying, and it's fine. It's not the end of
the world. So Craig, please email that video to Kyle, please, bro.
Let's get to the bottom of this, indeed.
Yeah, but please. Let me chime in for 1 second. Somebody asked for my email address. My email address is Adanoop.
Tell them I am here.
Hold on, Sabio.
People in the chat repeating what he's saying.
Hold on 1 second, bro. I'm just trying to get my information out. My email address, if you want to send some information over, is etanupe02@gmail.com. That's Adanoop02@gmail.com. And now, Sabio, go back at him.
Yo, I'm just gonna wait on the video. Cause I'm not.
Waiting my email, so I gave him my email so they can send it over.
Well, while we wait for the video, Sabio, you said we actually probably agree on more things than we disagree on, so we might as well take the opportunity. Feel free, and maybe you have some questions on.
Fuck, man, American Dream, man. God damn it, man, this nigga. Oh my God, goddamn American
Not
Dream.
The nightmare. Not the nightmare. Not the nightmare.
Hey, American Dream, you like the fucking man. I love you, but I hate you at the same time because you a different one, man. Come on in, American Dream. How you doing, brother?
Peace. What's good, Kyle?
Man, how you right, bro?
Did you say you hate me and love me at the same time?
Yeah, man. Don't come in here with your bullshit today, American Dream. You better not be talking about fucking Trump and shit like that, man. I'm gonna get you out of here.
I'm saying, man, I'm a bull. So what. No, peace to everyone. I wanted to ask you today.
I'm messing with you, right?
Absolutely. Okay. I feel the love. I'm only feeling the love.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, I heard you today. I think it was maybe yesterday. You were on a panel with the guy Complex. And I thought I heard you say that America is not a republic. It's a democracy. And I was wondering if you made a mistake or if you're standing by that statement, because it's clear that America is a republic.
Yeah, I stand by that statement wholeheartedly. So the America is a democratic nation that's built on a republic foundation. And so the reason why the reason why I say it's a democracy is because the states have local control of their governments rather than the republic or the people who are in power financially have a control over the masses. This is the reason why I say it is a democracy rather than a republic, because the republic, the rich people are the rule makers and the rule breakers and the whole nine. And in a democracy, the people have more control.
Wow, that's interesting. But and you understand that.
So again, America is a democratic republic.
Hold on.
Hang on.
Let them rock. I like American Dream because American Dream brings out the intellectual beats down. Like American Dream, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You be on here a lot, like channel, and you come back. You like the white dude from Rocky. They get beat down, and you come back. That's why I respect you, bro. Because you be coming back every week, bro, with some more shit.
Yes, sir. Blessings. But you understand that even the it says, "I pledge allegiance to the flag and to the republic for which it stands." So it's clear again, and I'm not sure that you're stating the difference between. I'm not sure you're correct in the difference between a democracy and a republic, but but given what I see as the correct difference between a democracy and a republic, it's clear that we're a republic, and for very good reason. Um,
Let me ask you a
because
question.
sure, go ahead.
All right, so when that Pledge of Allegiance was first made, at that point in time, has the government changed is I guess distribution of power to the American citizens since then? Because from my research, it shows that it has. It's changed from being the 13 colonies and the whatever states and having people who was elected and elected their friends into a democracy that had the same power. And so like this is the reason why the America is a democracy. And I think that our maybe in this point in time, our argument may be minuscule. You know what I'm saying? But in
With all due, well, what I'm saying is, Kyle, based on what you're saying, it's kind of clear that you're not sure, that you don't know the difference between a democracy and a republic, because being a republic is what actually gives people the power. Being a democracy takes power away from people, then it gives them power. The difference between a democracy and a republic is that in a democracy, majority rules, but in a republic, the minority has a say, right? That's the main difference. And America is a republic because the majority doesn't rule. The minority has a say.
wait. Back what you just said. I want you to listen to what you just said. You said that in a republic, the people who are in power rule. I'm paraphrasing,
No,
right?
no, 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 no. That's not what I said. In a democracy, majority rules. That's a
Okay,
major.
so
That's in a democracy.
that's my point, right? So I misquoted you, right? So what
Right.
I'm
In a democracy, majority rules. Anything the majority want, like if there's an election, right? And Democrats win, let's say Democrats win the House, they whatever they want, they get, because the majority is going to rule. The minority party gets nothing. But in
yeah,
a republic, the minority party has a say. There's like this thing where there's a filibuster or a 60%, you have to reach a 60%
yeah,
threshold.
yeah,
That gives the minority some power.
yeah.
What gives the minority power in a democracy, Kyle? The minority has no power, no voice in anything. So America is a republic, not a democracy.
I
The only way we're a democracy and is because people vote. But that means we're democratic. But being a democracy and being a republic, it's not about that.
But that's my entire point, right? The
It's
republic
both.
the
It's both,
republic
yo.
is a result of the democracy. So the people in
Thank
their
y'all.
local state levels they vote for the representatives to be the republic for them and represent them. Because, like for instance, right, this is why it's such a big push to win states because it ain't about votes; it's about winning states and territories. Because if you have the vote of the people, then you can use the vote of the people to cast your vote in the republic that we stand in. But the democracy is what gives you those votes, though. Like this, is what I'm saying. Like this is why Texas is so big, Ohio is so big, New Hampshire. This is why they fight for these big states because they need the voting power. That voting power is the power of the republic because the republic represents the people, which is the democracy. Does that make sense?
Thank you. Thank you. You
No,
couldn't
no,
you couldn't have explained it. No, hold on. Stop. Stop.
he's
Because
he's
that was
he's
a
he's
perfect
talking to
that was
he's talking to me though.
can you stop can you
Hold on.
stop? Can
Hey,
you stop?
American,
I
Because
think he's
look,
talking to me, Sabio.
hey, American,
let
Sabio.
me
let's
say
go right quick.
something. Let me say something, bro. Because that is exactly how a political scientist would have broken down in political science class. We are a
Yeah.
democracy. Why? Because it is a what? Universal vote, but it is a republic because everyone participates.
Yeah,
So
that's it.
when a democratic election just happened, who won? Same way when Trump won. It was a democratic election, but Trump won. The Republican Party won. We live in a democratic republic. people like to call it a constitutional republic or whatever, but it's a democratic republic.
Sabio, I mean, Kyle, just to answer your question, you asked me if anything you said made sense and made any sense, and I have to tell you, no, it doesn't. But don't feel bad because everything Sabio just said made even less sense to me. But all I'm telling you is America is a republic, not a democracy.
That's why I love you be on my show, man. You are a contrarian, man, and like
I do want to ask Shaka a question if I can though.
Go ahead, bro.
American Dream. The line, you know what I want to say, correct?
I'm sorry, who this? Unc?
Yeah, you know what I want to say. I want to call him on the carpet. You know what I'm talking about. Probably the only thing me and you agree on, ever.
Absolutely, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, ask him that. Go ahead. Well, now, do what you're gonna do, then ask him what you know what I'm talking about.
Sure. I'll address that if it's good with Kyle. But
Kyle,
Shaka,
you got that video?
Why don't you ask yourself, Unc?
Hold on, let's get some order in here, right? So what we're gonna do is, so Shaka and Unc is gonna have a discussion. If Unc wants to do whatever he wants to, Unc is my big brother. Like he's an extension of me, and if you got an issue with Unc, you got an issue with me too. And not saying that I'm threatening you and shit like that, but like that's my dog. You feel me? And after that, then we'll let Sabio come in. We're gonna watch the video that we got sent from Craig. So after that, then we're gonna rock on out. We're gonna be gentlemen. We're not gonna cut it out, right, gentlemen? And we're gonna have an intellectual conversation. So it's up to you, bro. Go ahead.
All right. So here's my point. First of all, the brother Mayada has never been my enemy, yo. He's been a supporter of mine, and I've been a supporter of his. So we need to really get that straight. So sometimes we get out there, right? So we're not going, and we'll disagree on stuff, and I'm saying that's okay, right? But there's a few things at play here, and so I just felt offense to, and I don't mean like mad at you, ready to fight you, just on how you kind of characterized me telling Cool to go back to Africa. Now, knowing the person I am, right, and knowing the person that you are, I know the work that you do. You know the work that I do. You know my work has always been centered in Africa. So would I be taking the stance that racist white people took when they told African Americans to go back to a damn place that they ain't seen in 250 years, right? Because they was fighting for their freedoms and for justice in the country that they helped build? Or was I taking the stance and telling a continental African to take his ass back to his house and teach that pseudoscience to his community first before he brings it to the African American community? For me, as a Black American, I was protecting my community against the pseudoscientists. To me, bro. So I just don't like the way you frame that, the way you, as if I was doing that thing that the white people did when people was fighting for their rights as Black Americans, bro. That's my point. How you make it more than that?
Well, I actually asked you, and you confirmed that's your stance, and I realized that you changed, and I played the exchange. And I did the same thing with Reggie. When Reggie told Sekou, you have no standing in our community. You talk to your people, I talk to my people. I took issues at that, and I addressed it. So are you trying to say that I took you out of context?
Yeah. Oh, shit, yeah. The context was I was talking to an individual.
Yeah, but what difference does it make? What difference does it make? Even if you say to one person?
Because he's actually born and raised in Africa. It can actually go back to his grandmother's house. It can actually build his community. He can actually do that. Black Americans can't actually go back to their grandmother's house.
So what's the sort of stuff he was saying then?
But the whole two cradle theory, that's not, nope. We know it, right? Now, it's only pseudo when people today try to do it. When the great Shigante Diaz did it, he was doing what all scientists do. He was putting together some information and trying to put it out there. He was trying to come up with a theory on that, on why certain attitudes, behaviors was being made. Now we know why Homo sapiens act the way they act, and it ain't got nothing to do with their weather. So people that continue to mess up the great works of Theophile Banger and Shigante Diaz, I take offense to that.
because I ride on their coattails. I'm on their foundation, right? Like the Cairo Symposium was spectacular for me, and most people, right, not including you, mischaracterized what the Cairo Symposium was. I took the painstaking time to actually read the document. And I know there were some things the Diabs got wrong and some things the Diabs got right because I read the actual document. And I know the praise and reverence that the people that put together the science, because it was a scientific consensus actual contest, conference. And I know where he was right and where he was wrong. And it was a healthy discussion. And most people mischaracterize the whole discussion. It wasn't a win or lose thing. It was a consensus, and the consensus came out to be that the Nile Valley was people, and the civilization was formed by indigenous African people, not white, not black, because the indigenous Africans are very diverse, right, in all the skin colors in between. That is what they came up with.
Man,
simple as that.
You see this comment I just pinned on the screen, bro?
Yeah.
Oh,
What that say?
crazy, bro. Dude's like, you disrespected Sekou because he was asking Garfield about the debate. You were angry, so just admit it.
That's
like,
my brother.
Oh man, that's not. No, man, I
360,
did
that's
that
my
way
brother
before
right
that.
there.
Right or
these
wrong?
people, they be mischaracterizing the argument, like, because like, I think what the issue is that we internally, and I'm not saying we, like I'm just like in part of the process or anything, but I feel like I'm pretty close to the tight knit group of the conscious community, right? And I'm saying that we have internal communications and dialogues that a lot of people on the internet may not be privy to. And with that being said, they take sides based on their misinformation. And no shot to you, but this is what I was saying to you, brother, is that, like, I don't think Garfield has an issue with you. I think you have an issue with Garfield. The same way with Sekou. I don't think Sekou has.
I'm sorry. Are you talking about the brother in Hotel 360, or are you talking about me, brother?
I'm talking about both. I'm talking about you and him.
All right.
I'm talking about, like, a lot of people. We have issues based on what we feel, based on our misinformation or the lack of information, because a lot of times we're looking from the outside looking in, and we feel that a certain group of people should allow us in or should allow certain amount of leniency toward us, if that makes any sense. Like, Garfield does not think that you're dumb. I don't think you're dumb. I think you are a brilliant individual. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You simply have a disagreement on the Jesus concept about him being taken from Egypt and not. But we can definitely have constructive dialogues without tearing each other down in that process.
Well, if you don't mind, I'd just like to respond to that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Garfield actually came on my channel. I went on his channel first. I spoke to him. Everything was all good. He came on my channel. We spoke, but he actually disrespected me. And when you asked me earlier about the issue, probably the main issue that I've taken, besides him saying that Christianity didn't take a damn thing from Kemet, which apparently you haven't heard him say, but he actually kept referring to people who follow Kemet, or as we say, Kemetic people, as Egyptomaniacs, and he was very disrespectful, very condescending. But we actually spoke until that day. He put me on hold for 40 minutes. And then he said, that I was acting like a girl, that we all grown. Tamika says that I'm making stuff up. She's free to get on the panel and speak, but we never see her, we never hear her. She's only a Twitter finger lady. But what I'm saying is,
hold on. I can't allow you to talk to Mika like that, bro. Like, no.
Like what?
What I do here is, when people post a comment, I put them on the screen. I have put multiple comments on the screen, and like, so this guy right here, got tribal, not racial. Like, you didn't say anything about that. You didn't say anything about the past 50 comments. Like, I can't allow you,
because he wasn't addressing me. I understand you're defending your moderator. That's fine.
No, it's not that. It's that the
What is
fact
it?
that have you ever been hunting before?
No.
Okay. Well, that would make sense, right? So when you hunt, you don't go look at, you don't go find what you feel is the weakest prey to hunt. You find the strongest to hunt. Mika is in this
What
chat.
what are you trying to say, brother? I'm hollering at everybody. I mean,
No,
I
no.
smashed a PhD in Islamic study. That's not the
Mika
point.
has been sweet and innocent to
No,
everybody.
no, she's been disrespectful. She says I have no
No,
ma'at for the
no,
record. Maybe
no,
you missed that. Yeah,
no.
she wrote.
She's telling you what's real.
No,
And
she said I'm making it up, brother. Are you aware that what I'm talking about is actually
how do you
recorded?
know she's talking about you?
She said I have no ma'at. I know she's talking about me.
She
And
literally said making shit up. She didn't say he's making shit up, you making
yes,
shit up. I
okay.
just posted.
Maybe that one is not about me. You're
Why
correct.
do
I
you
agree with you.
feel?
I agree
Why do
with you.
you? She said, "Be
I
a man."
agree with you.
Why do you feel like this is about
Yeah,
you,
man. What am
bro?
I? Am I a dog? Am I a cat? But it's all good, brother. You know, I respect that's your channel. I ain't gonna try to be
No.
combative with you.
I just want to understand why you feel like she's talking about you right now, because she's
No, because
laughing
now,
at you.
I mean, now she can laugh. That's all she does. But you see, now it's the feminist angle. So I'm gonna chill on that because I'm gonna lose because people are gonna talk about the divine feminine energy and the queen of the earth. So I'm gonna lose on that. So I ain't gonna go against feminism. I'm gonna lose there. So I leave it there. I ain't gonna win against feminism.
Well, you know what? I think we should do, brother. We should have another show about feminism. I would love.
These are some
Really,
weak tactics.
now
He said
that
feminism.
shit,
Well,
I
yeah.
would love to have a conversation with y'all about, bro. Because like this feminism shit, I would. Oh my God. I would cut the live off right now and start another one right now, because y'all niggas about this feminism shit is some weak ass niggas, bro. I say this shit out my mouth. Y'all niggas weak as fuck, bro.
WEAK.
If you
All right, now your brothers are in your feelings, so now you want to use profanity and all
Nah,
that.
you're in your feelings.
No, hold on, Sebio.
If you don't want a woman that can express herself, you are a weak ass man.
You are weak because when I'm criticizing a woman, you get in your feelings. When I'm criticizing dudes, you have a problem with that.
I'm not in my feelings because you're criticizing a woman. I'm in my feelings because you're criticizing a woman unjustly.
Well, that's what you're saying, but you don't know the deal. You don't know that Garfield came on our platform. You don't know that I went on his platform. You don't know that what I'm talking about is actually recorded. I have the footage. So I'm not making anything up, and everybody can vouch to that. That's my issue. She's just lying on me. But if you don't mind, because once again, I'm on your panel, I'm a guest, so I ain't
look,
besides my boundaries.
This is what I want you to know, Shaka. Like this platform right here, this is a cool this is a safe place, right? You can cuss me out, and guess what I'm not gonna do?
I don't want to cuss you out, brother.
I'm not saying you are. Guess what I'm not gonna do though? I'm not gonna kick you off. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna ask you to get in order and articulate yourself in a proper manner, but I'm not gonna kick you off, because that's the type of man that I am. Like, I understand that, right? And I want you to understand that we gotta express ourselves to each other. And if you and Mika have some issues, maybe you and Mika should have a private sidebar conversation so you can work that shit out. But
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Thanks for the advice, brother.
No, that's all I'm saying, bro.
No, thanks for the advice. Thanks for the advice, but it's all good, I mean, she's been disrespectful.
Yo, Kyle, can you play that video real quick?
Oh yeah, let me play this video for Sabio.
Let's have a look at the video. Sabio said that Jabari said he spoke to a mommy, so let's find out.
Yeah, let's find out, man. I'm finna share my screen, man. You still there, bro? Then check that on, man. God damn it. Oh shit, what the hell going on here? Fuck, man. Hold on a second. I didn't click out the goddamn thing on accident. There you go. Let me see. And I gotta download it again.
And so when we finally got to the museum, I'm showing some other folks some things, and I hear a woman's voice over my. And so when we finally got to the museum, I'm showing some other folks some things, and I hear a woman's voice over my shoulder. I actually thought it must have been Anika calling me again. And I turned around, and curiously, there was no one present in that section of the museum.
So hold on.
Turn back around. Hear this, Sonetta. I turned back around and I said, wait, there's Anika. She's talking to some students. I turned back in the area of where I hear a woman's voice, and guess who I saw?
Who?
I saw this coffin case for Ahotep. A woman's voice over my shoulder. I actually thought it must have been Anika calling me again. And I turned around, and curiously, there was no one present in that section of the museum.
So hold on.
I turned back around. Hear this, Sonetta. I turned back around and I said, wait, there's Anika. She's talking to some students. I turned back in the area of where I hear a woman's voice, and guess who I saw?
Who?
I saw this coffin case for Ahotep.
Oh, man.
I believe the spirit of this great African queen was saying to me, you have spoken about me and my family. Tell them I'm here. A woman's voice, and guess who I saw?
Who?
I saw this coffin case for Ahotep.
Oh, man.
I believe the spirit of this great African queen was saying to me, you have spoken about me and my family. Tell them I'm here.
That's kind of strange. But I'm gonna let y'all have y'all conversation, man.
Where did I lie at? Where did I lie at? That's all I want to know. Where did I lie at?
Well, you lied because you said that Jabari spoke to a mummy, and he never said that he spoke to a mummy. And besides, he actually said, I believe the spirit of this great African queen was saying to me so and so. So, brother Sabio, if you have integrity, at least admit, if you don't want to use the term lie, at least admit you are wrong. He never said he spoke to a mummy.
You hear this nigga? You hear this clown?
I'm not, and then well,
yes.
I'm not a clown. Just keep it respectful.
Do y'all hear this clown?
Hold up.
No, say that to my face. There's no need for that.
Sabio, I'm gonna have to remove you right now, bro, because we're not finna do that on my page, my platform, none of that shit. You're not finna call nobody. You're not finna disrespect them on my page, period, bro. We're gonna have intellectual conversation. If you can do that, I will bring you back. If you can do that, put a 1 in the chat. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to drop you off the stream, bro. I'm sorry. It did that, you know, you've been knowing me for a while. That's how I rock, bro. You know, I'm 42 years old. I do not have time for niggas on my fucking live to be calling niggas and no, but we're not gonna do that, bro. Just please calm down, my dude. If you want to come back, go to the YouTube chat, put a 1 in the chat. I'm looking right now. If you don't put a 1 in the chat, then you can't come back. If you do put a 1 in the chat, you can come back, no problem. But just be 1,000, bro. Like that's all I want you to do, bro. And Shaka, you want to finish your point, bro?
Well, okay, I just would like to ask you: did Jabari say that he spoke to a mummy?
Well, no, he didn't. In that particular clip, he did not say he spoke to a mummy. He said he heard from a mummy, which is just as crazy, right? You know what I'm saying?
Well, if you want, but then we got that one point out of the way. Savio said that Jabari spoke to a mummy, and Jabari didn't say that he spoke to a mummy, and that's why I was telling the good brother, and I think he wants to come back because in the private chat he typed 1. Even if he doesn't want to use the word lie, if he has integrity, he could at least say that he was wrong. You know. Now, if there's some other audio, you know, people can share it. It's fine. You know. And that's important because, you know, brother Kaya, and I want to say actually before I forget to say that, you know, I appreciate you having a conversation with me, you know, because, you know, you're from the Dagger Squad and, you know, it hasn't been the most cordial exchanges between me and the Dagger Squad. So, you know, I appreciate you, you know what I'm saying, talking to me, you know, in a cool manner, you know. I want to tell you that. I mean that.
Man, look, this is your first time meeting me. I am Dagger Squad, bro. Like Garfield, like I've been Dagger Squad like 6 years, bro. And like it's not like I just came in and just like, hey, I'm Dagger Squad, let's do a chat. Like I've been Dagger Squad for a while, and this is what we represent. We represent intellectual conversation. We represent brotherhood. We represent the fortification of African American communities in the Americas. And like other than that, we have no purpose. You know what I'm saying? Because like we get on here, we talk about religion all day. That's cool. But in the long run, it's about it's about what can I do for you, brother, to help you raise your children to be more successful, and what can you do for me to help mine to be more successful, and how can we help one another? And that's what Dagger Squad is. And a lot of folks don't understand that because you only catch us, when we're arguing about cults and religious organizations. But like we have something set up with edX, which is basically a platform to get people in school for free, get certifications, get IT certifications for STEM programs. We have Sister Monica Lamb. She actually helps people with their credit. She helps them with business ideas and helps them set up their business. We have Brother Garfield, he actually has cleaned people credit for free. He actually did mine for free and got me to a 730 about 4 or 5 years ago, and got me. I'm in a 5 bedroom house right now in Atlanta because of that dude, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like,
Kyle, can I speak?
now hold on one second. Let me finish my little vibe right quick. Then I'm gonna let you go, okay?
Yeah.
And so, like, what I'm saying is, Dagger Squad is more than a debate platform. It's a brotherhood, man. You know what I'm saying? We have something that's real and tangible. Like the people who are in Dagger Squad, guess what they've done? They've come to my house. You know what I'm saying? They've come to my house. I've cooked them dinner. They've been around my family, my kids, my wife. You know what I'm saying? They've been around all this stuff. And the same thing with Unc. Unc know where I live at. Unc pull up right now, and he know he can get some chicken wings. You know what I'm saying? Because he's done that before. Because that's what we do. We are our brotherhood, man. This ain't no game, play, internet stuff. This is real life for us. And I think that that's the thing that a lot of folks gotta understand is that we really fuck with each other. And so like when you come against one of us, when you come against Garfield, I'm gonna feel some kind of way, but at the same time, I'm gonna respect you, and I'm gonna have the dialogue with you to figure out how can I work out the situation that you and my brother have, so we can make this shit work. Because I fuck with you too, because you are an asset to the community. You see what I'm saying? If that makes any sense,
No,
you
it
know.
makes perfect sense to me.
Okay, so y'all just clearly heard in the video. What did the mummy say to that man? I have heard you speaking of me, brother. Tell them I am here. So that means that man heard a mummy talk to him. Now, if any one of us heard voices, heard any voice, a mummy. Wait, and first off, the one question that no one in here on has answered is, when did the mummy that died in 10,000 BC, 20,000 BC, when did mummies learn English? That's first off. None of y'all ever want to address that. The mummy spoke to the man in English. English.
He's
English.
lying.
Tell them I am here. Tell them I am here. When did mummies learn English? And when are y'all going to admit that Jabari may be clinically insane?
Mm. So you see, the brother changed the conversation. First, he accused Jabari of speaking to a mummy. Now he doesn't want to admit that his accusation was wrong, and he's going on about the voice in the English. But Jabari said, I believe the spirit of this great African queen was saying so and so. So, like I've said, we have plenty of pastors, plenty of Christians and Muslims who say that God spoke to them and gave them messages. Nobody says that they are clinically insane. But we have a double standard. When it's Jabari, for strange reason, he's labeled insane.
A mummy speaking English? When did mummies learn English? Can you answer me that? The mummy said, tell them I am here. The mummy spoke English, bro. When did mummies learn English? Just answer that.
Okay. Well, I don't mind answering to you. Do you admit that you were wrong in accusing Jabari
No,
of speaking to
because he spoke to a mummy. The mummy told him, I am here. That means he had a conversation with a mummy. He distinctly said he thought it was Anika. He looked and she wasn't there, and he turned back around, and the mummy continued to talk to him.
All right. Well,
So
never
that
agree
means he
because
was having a one-on-one conversation with a mummy that spoke English. So can you tell me when the mummy learned English? What year? When? Who sat down and taught the mummy English?
Sabio, with all due respect, you are not being 100 because you accused Jabari of speaking to
The
mummy.
mummy.
And
He
I
just
even
said
wrote
it.
it in the, okay, you want to let me
He
speak?
just said it.
I wrote it in the chat and I said it before the clip was played. But you still don't want to admit that Jabari never claimed that he spoke to a mummy. So what's the point in continuing? We would disagree
The
forever.
man
But you
had
know
a
what I would like to
conversation
say?
with a mummy.
Okay, that's what you're saying. He never said that he spoke to the mummy. He said that he
The
believes that
mummy told him, "I am here."
Okay, fine. Well, I heard you. Now, what I would like to say, Kaya, there's a good brother, a Black Lion Supreme. I spoke to him. He's a Dagger Squad as well. I spoke to him on Smash Rock was platform on YouTube, and we had a good convo as well. So I want to say shout out to that brother as well.
My bad. Go ahead, bro.
Was American Dream? Are you lying now? Are you brother lying now?
No, sir. I'm the American Dream, my friend.
Okay, I'm going to pretend I believe you because you sound exactly the same, but more power to you.
Well, you sound exactly like Pepe Le Pew, but I won't accuse you of being Pepe Le Pew.
It's not an accusation, but I don't know what name you said, but it's cool. It's all love.
I said Pepe Le Pew.
I don't understand, but it's fine.
He called him
You
Pepe
couldn't hear me?
Pew. So you called him the skunk
I
from the
said you
cartoon,
sound exactly like Pepe Le Pew to me, but I won't call you Pepe Le Pew.
Who is
I
Pepe
may
Le
call
Pew?
you Shaka Le Pew.
Pepe Le Pew is a cartoon skunk.
Oh, I see. I see the cartoon.
You guys are so mean, man. I'm about to play these videos. Let's get back to these videos, man.
I mean, that's their level, Everybody have their level. Some people like to be juvenile, It's all love.
Has requested us to replay this video with Jabari about the mummy, so we were gonna replay it. Let's go.
I'm showing some other folks some things, and I hear a woman's voice over my shoulder. I actually thought it must have been Anika calling me again. And I turned around, and curiously, there was no one present in that section of the museum.
So hold on.
I turned back around. Hear this, Sonetta. I turned back around and I said, wait, there's Anika. She's talking to some students. I turned back in the area of where I hear a woman's voice, and guess who I saw?
Who?
I saw this coffin case for Ahotep. This coffin case for Ahotep. I saw.
Who?
I saw this coffin case for Ahotep.
Oh man.
I believe the spirit of this great African queen.
Oh man.
I believe.
Oh man. Oh man.
I believe this.
Oh man.
I believe the spirit of this great African actually thought it must have been Anika calling me again. And I turned around, and curiously, there was no one present in that section of the museum.
So hold on.
I turned back around.
So hold on. So hold on.
I turned back around section of the museum.
So hold on.
I turned back around. Hear this, Sonetta. I turned back around and I said, wait, there's Anika. She's talking to some students. I turned a woman's voice over my shoulder. I actually thought it must have been Anika calling me again. And I turned around, and curiously, there was no one present in that section of the museum.
So hold on. So hold on.
I actually thought it must have been Anika calling me again. And I turned around, and curiously, there was no one present in that section of the museum. I actually thought it must have been Anika calling me again. And I turned around, and curiously, there was no one present in that section of the museum.
So hold on.
I turned back around. Hear this, Sonetta. I turned back around and I said, wait, there's Anika. She's talking to some students. I turned back in the area of where I hear a woman's voice, and guess who I saw?
Who?
I saw this coffin case for Ahotep.
Oh man.
I believe the spirit of this great African queen was saying to me, you have spoken about me and my family.
Rewind selector.
Bumbleclot, man. What the fuck, bro? That's weird, bro. Like, y'all think that's weird?
I mean, it's as weird as the Christians who say that God speak to them, that Jesus speak to them. I'm sure we have some scholars, some PhDs who are Christians, and if you ask them, did God ever spoke to you? Did Jesus ever spoke to you? They would say yes. But nobody would tell the white man that he's pseudo. But when we have a black man who is in this,
I tell white people they pseudo too.
Okay, that's fair enough. But you won't admit that you made a false accusation, and it's fine. You don't have to. No, we're not going to force you. Everybody heard you.
Nope. He had a conversation with a mummy. He had a conversation with a mummy. He turned around and it was no one there. And the mummy continued to talk to him. And he heard what the mummy said. So that means he was actively having a conversation with a mummy. Same way you said those people who call themselves Christians. Stop it. Stop it. The same way you say those people who have those experiences who call themselves Christians, when they say they hear the voice of God and they talk to Jesus, they sit there and they say they have a conversation with Jesus. He had a conversation with a mummy. And you don't want to admit it because you're a Jabarist.
Hey, y'all, give me 1 second.
Doesn't know the meaning of
give me 1 second, Shaka. Like, then y'all can rock on out, right? So it's 51,000 people in the chat right now. And out of those 51,000, only got 3 likes, man. Only got 3 likes and 3 new subscribers, man. Like, come on now. Y'all know damn well y'all can hit the subscribe button. It's free. It don't cost you $1. It don't cost you 50 cents. It's free to subscribe to my channel. It's very free. That's all you gotta do.
I never said he spoke. I said he heard.
Hold on, Savior, before I get off here too, bro. But all I want to do is get a few likes right quick and a few subscribers, and then we can get right back to the program, man. Because hey, let's hit the subscribe button. If I don't hear no ding ding dings, then we ain't having no conversation, man. We can go right back to Smash Rockwell. Hey, you know what, Craig? I'm trying to find it. Like, you sent me 2 videos, and I keep playing the first one, man. So I'm gonna play the second one right now. Play the second video. Let's get it. Let me play this second video by Craig right quick. And thank you, Shaka, for being so patient with us, man, and our shenanigans, my friend. There you go, Craig. That's just him.
Is it possible before you play the second clip?
Yeah, go ahead. Do your thing, bro.
Yeah, is it possible that we deal with what Savior just said? First of all, Savior doesn't seem to know the meaning of conversation. When there's a conversation, it means there's 2 people communicating. And the second thing is that Savior just said, I never said he spoke. But in the first place, he said he spoke to a mummy, and he's been typing for days in many different chats that he's been speaking to a mummy. I mean, it doesn't kill anybody to say I was wrong. You know, it's not the end of the world.
No, I've constantly said that Jabari heard a mummy talk to him. And when did mummies learn English? That's all I've been saying.
I will leave it there. Savior says that he never said that Jabari spoke to a mummy. I'll leave it there.
Yeah. I did just say he spoke to a mummy. He had a conversation with a mummy because the mummy did what? Told him, I am here. I have heard you speaking of me. So who was Jabari speaking of? The mummy that responded back to him, I hear you speaking about me. Tell them I am here. So that means he was having a conversation about that mummy. That mummy overheard the conversation and responded to Jabari. So he was having, so stop. If you're not following, pay attention. He was speaking about the mummy.
You can repeat
that spoke to him, right?
I heard you.
Right. Hold on. So if he was speaking about the mummy that's told him, I hear you speaking about me. Tell them I am here. What is that actually doing? He was having a conversation and the mummy let him know that I hear you speaking about me.
Well, Sabio, if I speak to you and you don't speak to me, we're not having a conversation. It means that I'm speaking to you, just for the record. But it's okay, don't get angry. We're gonna pretend
no one's angry. The mummy and Jabari had a connection.
Okay. You see how you're using the terms? You're changing the terms as we go along. It's okay. We're gonna pretend that you never accused Jabari of saying that he spoke to a mummy. We're just gonna pretend just to make you happy.
I just said it. Jabari and the mummy had a connection.
Yeah, you're changing the narrative.
They had a
as we go along.
communication.
It's fine.
No,
It's fine.
the
That's why we
narrative is
continue this,
what
but it's okay.
Jabari said.
Because you,
The narrative is what Jabari said.
I can tell you, we were in Puerto Rico once, and all these people surrounded us, asking us for money. We were very nervous, and a woman appeared and spoke to us. And I turned back, and she was gone. She was not a literal person. We sensed energy. Sometimes energy exists in a way, and I want to be clear. This is the reason why I bristle when you say real. I'm a spiritual practitioner. Possible situation. Anika can tell you, we were in Puerto Rico once, and all these people surrounded us, asking us for money. We were very nervous, and a woman appeared and spoke to us. And I turned back, and she was gone. She was not a literal person. We sensed energy. Sometimes energy exists in a way, and I want to be clear. This is the reason why I bristle when
nobody speaks.
What's good, Kaya? We're gonna talk about something productive.
Well, if somebody
My
wants to
bad.
ask a
My
question,
bad.
because
I wasn't. I had removed myself because I have the free version of StreamYard. I don't. I only can get 6 people on my stream at a time because y'all ain't sending me them cash apps.
Poof. Hold up. She poofed, and then she poofed. No one's going to address that though. She poofed, and then she poofed.
It's all good. Now I'm just trying to respond to American Dream. I'm gonna drop right back off right quick. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so like I got the free version. If y'all want to have a conversation, boom, y'all good to go. Over here, I'm cooking a steak dinner tonight. If y'all want to indulge and cook your own steak, but y'all can have y'all fun and cuss each other out. And I'm gonna be right back.
Well, I
All
don't know
right,
what you're
Kyle.
saying
I'm
about
gonna holler at you later, Kyle. I'm out. Peace.
Nah, don't leave,
Please,
bro. Don't
American
leave.
Dream.
Don't
Yeah.
leave, bro.
Hey,
Goddamn it.
Kyle.
Now you mean to tell me I gotta stay here and cuss you sons of bitches out so y'all can stay on my page, man?
Well, nah. Well, I'll hang out then. I got about a half an hour. I can hang out with you.
Yeah, hang out, man. Like, man, come on, American Dream. You know, you my worst Negro, man. Like, I love you just like I love the niggas who
Indeed.
Nah, you my dog, man. American Dream. You know what American Dream does? American Dream is the contrarian, right? You know what I'm saying? He's the person that he brings intellectual second thought to conversations, right? And like it's like having a black Trump supporter as the best friend because you really want to know why he's a black Trump supporter. Then when he tells you, you be like, nah, nigga, that ain't cool enough. And that's what American Dream is. Like you really you represent yourself really well. I've never heard you get disrespectful. You know, you get slick as fuck now. You may say some sideways shit, but you'll never just cuss niggas out. You know what I'm saying? I respect that. And
Indeed.
and you know, and you on here with your nemesis Savio. So I'm gonna walk away for like 5 minutes. Try to control y'all, so I'm gonna be right back. I just gotta walk downstairs and y'all control yourselves, man.
Indeed. Absolutely. Shaka.
What's up?
Can you help me understand why you think it's important for people to learn Medunetter? Given that it's a dead language that they can't go anywhere and speak. What is the value? If you're not trying to revive, are you trying to revive the language by having people learn it, or is it just like giving them something that can just be kind of like a brain exercise, if you will. And I guess that has value in and of itself, because because mathematics is can be seen as brain exercise. So I'm just wondering, what do you think is the point of people learning the Medu Neter?
Mm. Well, actually, Rikedi Amen, who's been teaching the Medu Neter for more than 30 years, her endeavor was the revival of the Medu Neter. So there are several speakers in many different countries. Now, the Hebrew language at one point was no longer spoken. It was considered more or less a dead language. It was kind of just a liturgical language, but they have revived it. So it's something that is possible. And furthermore, some people might disagree that it's a dead language because the Coptic is the latest phase or latest stage of the ancient Egyptian language. So, in a sense, we could argue also that it is not a dead language. So, if people value that civilization, then they have the right to learn that language, just like some people who
But
like.
in fairness, you're not teaching Coptic, right? Coptic and Medu Neter are taught differently. They're not the same.
They're not totally different. They're not exactly the same. Just like classical Arabic is not the same as modern Arabic.
Like when you teach someone the Medu Neter, you wouldn't expect them to go somewhere and have a conversation with someone who speaks Coptic.
Well, not necessarily, but you will understand. There are some relationships. So once again, the classical Arabic, which is the Arabic of the Quran, that all Muslims know, value, is not the language that is spoken today. But nobody says that the Arabic, the classical Arabic, is dead. Nobody said that the Arabic language is dead. If for example, you don't value Kemet, you don't value the Medu Neter, then more power to you. It's not an obligation. It's up to those who value this civilization. If they want to learn it, then they can.
Okay, so you think the value in it is the same as the value that people who speak Arabic get out of classical Arabic?
Well, whether it's the same or not is subjective. It is subjective. Some people like food fetish. I don't like food fetish.
Wait, what?
Some people eat. Some people have food fetish. Some people pay for stuff like that. Some people eat feces. Some people drink urine. I'm not into that. I like that civilization. I value the language. You can laugh all you want. Maybe I'm teaching you something. You're not aware that some people have food fetishes, but it's up to people. There's no obligation at all. Now, if somebody wants to learn any cuneiform language, a Sumerian language, or any other dead language, the Latin is considered a dead language. It is still used as a liturgical language, but we don't have a group of people who speak the Latin language, but people learn it, and nobody said that they are pseudo. So if people want to learn it, more power to them. If people want to learn other dead languages, like it is the case in academia, more power to them. We have scholars who have been dealing with that language and learning it and teaching it for 200 years when it comes to academia. But even before the field of digitality, people are still fascinated with that.
Let me ask you. I have a feeling about it, but I'm not sure.
Also a medical language.
Come again? Can you come
No,
again?
I think somebody wanted to say something. So
I just wanted to add that Latin is also a medical language.
Well, I would say Greek is a medical language, but we have some Latin terms. We probably have more Greek terms. But medical language, I don't know if that's really a term that we can use, but I see.
When I say that,
done. What's up, Elder?
What's up, bro? In American, sphere, most of the words that's related to like chemicals or like the original names of flowers, the original names of animals, those are in Latin, not in English.
I would say Greek, but I might be wrong. So, American Dream, you had some other question about it.
Oh man, he came in and I kind of slipped my mind. Yeah, what I wanted to ask you about. It'll come back to me. Give me a second.
Well, let me add this on the brothers earlier. On the brothers earlier that mentioned the government, this is definitely a republic. You know what I'm saying? And not to just be dogmatic about it, but it's too many reasons why it's a republic. Like when people talk, I mean, it is what they say. They say this is a democratic republic. But I wrote in the chat yesterday, you pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands. So it stands for a republic. If you know anything about Plato and Plato's Republic and the Roman Republic, then this government is based on the same thing. Now, they had to add in what you call democracy, which is called majority, but really it's based on public opinion or popular public opinion. So that's all it's based on. But you still have a republic because you have an electoral vote where your vote just gets the popular vote, and then they take that, and then the legislation, your representatives get together and say, well, it's not so popular, or yeah, it's popular, so well, we'll vote on that, and then they determine actually what happens. And this is the voting process. But I know
But
voting and stuff like that is a touchy situation for everybody, so I don't want to build too much on it. But that's what I had to say.
and we appreciate your
So again,
and what I'm
right.
saying, everything that you said, you can easily disprove that by simply going on Google, bro. You can look this stuff up for yourself because it sounds, and I'm not trying to be offensive, but it sounds like you made your own definitions for these things up. And what I'm saying is that because I think the majority of the people on this panel understand what I'm saying, but you seem to be the only person that's still fighting for this narrative of it being what you want it to be. And I'm asking you is what I'm asking you is like what how are you proving what you're saying? Like where do you grasp your center of knowledge from? Like I'm not understanding this.
Yeah, well, somebody mentioned you know, the government, and I mentioned that I typed
That,
it in the
that,
chat.
that was me
Now
yesterday, bro.
you can YouTube.
I said specifically that we live in a democracy, and like and I explained earlier that we live in a position, a nation that was based on a republic society, but democracy is the way that society decides its leadership. Maybe you missed that part, right? And
No,
the
I heard everything you said.
okay, so if you heard everything that I said and you understand these principles of politics, how do you then go against all of these principles that are fundamental in politics to prove your point that is non agreeing with the point that's being made by the majority of the people? Like
Okay,
how,
and that's exactly
how do
what
you
I just.
how do you say what you're saying and no one agrees with you? That's what I'm saying. I guess you'll say.
Okay, well, like I said, you mentioned anybody could Google. Well, I just want to say this, Kyle, with all due respect. Anybody could also YouTube a short video and we could watch it. It's about 4 minutes, 3 minutes. It's called a Constitution. Why a Republic? It's talking about the United States, and it explains in this video some of the stuff that I'm telling you I already knew. Like most people assume, like if I ask you what's a constitutional republic, would you know, Kaya?
He said, "What's a constitutional republic? These are the people who are
Yeah.
the most exquisite, the most uh, eloquent people who agree and hold to the Constitution at its natural form. These are the people who are the constitutional republic. These are also the people that we call the what's the word we're gonna look for the hierarchy. I think it starts with an H. Fuck man. These are the people who are like
The aristocracy.
Yeah, aristocracy. These are the
The
people who are the
aristocrats.
highest level of aristocrats. These are the people who are the higher level of society, and they try to influence the voting of the people that are beneath them. So yeah.
Shaking the Diop,
Okay, so
he talks about that in the Blue Book, Civilization of
Lionel,
Barbarism.
Lionel, that's you, Lionel.
Yes, this is
Man,
me.
hold up, man. Let me give you a proper introduction, man. From pseudo killers all the way to this is Kyle. We got brother Lionel with the cool ass hat tilted to the left side. There you go. Kango Shouty. Let's go, Lionel. Yeah, man. What's up, bro? How you doing?
Oh, the first time I saw you was when you on Sonetta like yesterday debating somebody.
Nah, it wasn't a debate. It was just a conversation.
Well, you was on Sonetta yesterday, and I had no idea you had a channel, man. Like I thought you was one of these cats that Sonetta, put out of nowhere and stuff like that. I had no idea you had a channel. And one of my boys who I talked to, he sent me a link to the show, and I'm just jumping on.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's what's up, man. Well, thank you for being on. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I really don't have a channel. I'm just having a conversation. My channel, if you look at my past videos, this is me and my kids, man, my boys. Like, I'm teaching them how to play football and teach them, like this ain't really that type of channel. But if y'all want to join in, we can get it popping. You feel?
Hey, what's
Yeah,
up, brother Lionel? How you doing?
man, you was talking all stuff over here about 10, 15 minutes ago, man. That hurt, yo. Saying that I'm American Dream. I saw that.
Saying that you're what?
You saying that I was American Dream. You didn't
Oh
believe.
no, you sound the same. Like American Dream. Can I ask you where you live?
Oh my god, I just messed up the whole. I'm
American Dream.
sorry.
Yeah. What's good, bro?
Can I ask you where you live, brother?
You just did.
What, yeah, where do you live, brother?
I live in my house. Where do you live?
Okay, thank you. What I want to say, we have in the book of Acts in the Bible, Paul, the apostle Paul, who had a vision. He saw a light, then he became blind. He didn't eat, no drink for 3 days. And we have at least 1 billion people who believe that actually happened. And the vision he had, he heard a voice, and that was the voice of Jesus Christ. And Garfield believes that Jesus Christ existed. I don't hear anybody saying that Garfield is pseudo for that. That's just for the record.
Well, here's the thing.
Oh, I
Wait,
don't.
wait, wait, wait,
I
Wait,
say
wait,
he's
wait,
wrong.
wait. Hold
I
on.
say
wait,
Garfield wrong all the
Hold on.
time on that. I'm one of
hold
the
on.
first one to argue against Garfield on the historicity of Jesus.
We
Always
gotta
have.
mute. I gotta mute all y'all niggas out, man. I gotta defend my dude Garfield, right? Yeah, and y'all can hit the unmute button in a second, man. But that's not what Garfield teaches, bro. Garfield does not teach that. Garfield specifically says that there is no such thing as a historic. I mean, as a biblical Jesus, there is only a historic Jesus, and I agree with him because when you look at
I don't.
that's fine because that means you dismiss information, Sabio. But there are multiple Jesus.
Nah. I go.
No,
I'll
Sabio,
let you
Sabio,
finish.
Sabio. Have you ever seen Jesus? And I say that, guy. I don't know the fuck, I don't know what you call multiple Jesuses, but I would say there would be Jesus.
You stupid. You stupid. You stupid. I
but
understand
but,
what you said, but
but there's
the
multiple
reason
Jesus.
the reason I don't believe in a historical Jesus is because of the way that I studied the Bible. I studied the Bible from the Pauline epistles, and Paul never spoke of a historical Jesus. So if you know how the New Testament was constructed and Paul's letter was written first, you cannot get to a historical Jesus.
Gotcha. And so
That's
like
just my stance.
and so for
My
my
stance.
stance,
I don't care about no one else.
Brother Savio, my stance is that I don't necessarily look at the biblical narrative from a Paulinian perspective. I look at it from a holistic perspective, right? And so like we have to look at the fact that there was people called Ebionites. We got to look at the Marcionites. We got to look at all these different groups of people who formed themselves around a character. This character was named Yeshua or Jesus, quote unquote, Christ, right? You got to also look at the Roman records. You got to see that these people talked about killing a Jesus person. You gotta say, okay,
I beg to differ. I beg to disagree. There's no single document that mentions Jesus during his life, during his lifetime.
well, it does not say, hey, this brother right here is Jesus Christ, the one in the Bible, but it definitely says that we killed the Christ.
Well, not during his lifetime.
It's okay if I jump in after.
Otherwise, I will ask you
Shaka.
to show it, please.
Now, I have no problem showing that. It's cool. This is a presentation. I've been waiting for this presentation for about 3 years.
I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it. Because scholars say that it doesn't exist. So please show us.
When I have sources, bro, my sources be really, really sources, bro.
Oh, when you have sources, so you.
I can't wait to see the 2,000-year-old source then, Kai.
Okay. But
hey, Kyle, can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead. No, hold on. Let Shaka go first, and after he finishes, then you can ask your question. American Dream.
I'll be very fast, brother. American Dream. If it's not the biblical Jesus, then it's not Jesus. Just like Raekwon said in the chat, I agree with that. But
guess what? Do you remember, Shaka, when I told you that you and Garfield have a lot more in common than you imagine?
Well, probably.
No. I'm not gonna allow you to do that. I'm asking you a question. Do you remember when I asked you and I said that you and Garfield agree on the majority of stuff? Garfield does not agree that there is a biblical Jesus. Garfield agrees that there was a historical character that the people in the book ascribed to this person. Now that's different, bro. Because like when we look at historical records, you see the records of a person that was killed. You see the record. Okay, so have you heard the I guess that you say, you know what? All right. Now sometimes it's better to hold the shit because you want to debate.
There's not a single
it's better to hold the shit back for a debate rather than let it out, right?
Well, debates are cool, but it's not necessary because we can always have discussions. But when I talk, I don't want to be too long with it because American Dream wanted to talk, so I'm going to leave it there. If people have records, then please show us. But I know it doesn't exist. Scholars say so.
Have you ever heard of the Ebionites?
No.
That is my point, bro.
Is that your source? So can you show us the record, please?
No. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna show you any of that.
It sounds like you have something exclusive that the scholars are not aware of. About Ehrman, right? And Bart Ehrman says that there's no single record.
So you, sir, have never. No, the Ebionites are a large group of people who have a ethnic history and a oral tradition that's prevalent. I'm asking you, have you ever heard of Ebionites? And you said no. And that shows me that you don't understand the followers of this character called Jesus Christ.
That's a talking point, brother. We're talking history, so we're talking records, And there is no single document that mentions Jesus during his lifetime. The earliest records that they like to talk about are the ones of Flavius Josephus, who was born in 37. So that's
I got a whole presentation that can fuck you up. Look,
everybody says that, brother. Everybody always says this or that. But all you have to do is. There it is, brothers. This is the record that mentions Jesus during his lifetime. The experts of Christianity, they don't even know about this. So you can be famous tonight.
Hold on, Kyle.
And you can be famous tonight too, bro. You could be the nigga that cost. They got the body. Yo, what's up, Lionel, bro? How you doing?
I'm willing to take that L. So please show me. Brother.
Are you familiar?
Please show and prove.
Please
show and prove. I'm willing to take that L today.
Oh, you gonna look before you hang up this phone? You gonna get an L? I can guarantee you, Shaka. I'm gonna give you 1 or 2 L's before you hang up, bro.
Okay, please tell me how long it's gonna be because it's actually 1 a.m. because
Oh,
I'm
for
in
real? Okay,
Europe.
What?
So how long will you be?
I'm gonna expedite this L just for you, Shaka.
Yeah, how long would you be? Just so I have an idea, if you don't
I
mind.
don't know. But give me a few minutes. I'm gonna throw you this L right quick.
A
Be
few
on
minutes, so like 10 minutes is enough.
yeah, like 10, 15. Then
Okay.
I'm gonna
All
throw
right.
you
Thank
this
you. Thank you. Well, brother
Yo,
Lion.
what up, brother Lionel?
Yeah, brother American. I'm sorry, brother Lion.
What? Okay, Kyle.
What up, King?
Okay, you gotta be a little bit careful with using Josephus because
I'm
when
not
you
using
do
none of my biblical references about Jesus Christ had Josephus in it. I'll say that.
what. Okay, well, let me just give a little trivia on Josephus
You gotta deal.
right quick.
You gotta deal with Tacticus. Man, come on, man. Come on, like go
So
ahead.
people don't know about this, but Josephus was hired and paid by the Roman government. There's a documentary that came out like a few years ago called Caesar's Messiah, which it gives out a theory that the character who we know is Jesus is pro-Roman and he was used to pacify the militant Jewish order at the time. Which I mean, I think you should check that joint out. I mean, I don't believe everything in it, but it gets you thinking, you know. And
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, that's what I want to add into it.
Hey, so yeah, let me ask this question real quick. I think Shaka said if it's not the biblical Jesus, it's not the historical one. And I'm kind of trying to understand what he means. Because for example, the Muslims believe that Prophet Muhammad, not Prophet Muhammad, Elijah Muhammad is not dead now. That he's on a wheel somewhere in outer space. Y'all can correct me on the details.
A few of
So
them.
I'm
A few of them. Yes, a few of them.
right.
Not the majority of them.
So being that you don't do you believe that Muhammad that he's on a wheel somewhere, Shaka?
Absolutely not, brother.
So does that make Elijah Muhammad not historical because you don't believe that story?
So what's your point,
Like,
brother?
does it make him not historical because there are these mythical stories about him?
So am I to understand that you believe that there was a historical Jesus?
No, I'm just wondering if I would like for you to answer the question first. Like, does the fact that there is a myth around Elijah Muhammad, and the same thing with with
That's not a
with
myth. That's
Rastafari,
falsehood, brother. That's not a myth. That's falsehood.
it's a myth. They believe it's true.
No, it's not. So
You
it's a
can say it's a
minority.
falsehood.
No, brother. It's a minority. It's not the. You can
Okay,
pass or you can just pass.
Rastafarians believed that a lion bowed to Selassie. Do you believe that?
I will have to see it. I'm not aware of that. But what's the point with
Right.
Jesus? I mean,
The
do
point
you do
is
you do
that,
you believe that it was a historical Jesus, brother?
well, yes, because I do think that, and I'll tell you why. Because I can find someone today that believes that he's Jesus. I can find someone 100 years ago. I can find someone every single year. I can find 100 people at least that say they are Jesus. So I wouldn't be shocked if we go back 2,000 years and there was a guy saying he was the Messiah. I wouldn't be shocked at all. I would actually be more surprised if there was not. So yeah, and another reason why I do believe there was a historical Jesus, Shaka, is because if you pay attention and notice, right, most cults today are centered around a historical person. If you can tell me of other cults that are centered around people that are not real people, but most cults that I know of are centered around people that are real people that they build these myths around. And so for
Uh,
that reason, I think it's more likely that Jesus existed, that there was a person in history that they built a story around. Yes, I do believe that there was a person. Now, does the fact that the story they built around him is not true mean that that person was not historical? That doesn't make sense to me, Shake. I'm not following that logic.
well, I beg to differ that most cults are based on a historical person because I would ask you which historical person is the cult of Zeus based on?
Oh snap!
You guys never spoke
Well,
at the same time.
well, the cults of Zeus were centered around the pharaoh. So the pharaoh was the historical person that it was built around, because
Which
you can
pharaoh?
look at that. Any of them, all of them,
Well, you cannot say
any
any
single
of
one of
them.
them.
You cannot say any single of them. It has to be one. You say it's based on a
The
historical person.
pharaohs considered themselves Zeus in the flesh. So the cults were built around those people. The pharaohs lived the life of Zeus.
I was just going by what you say. You said most cults are based on a historical person, but now you're talking about several persons. But I guess we'll never agree on that. We have the right to agree to disagree.
Come on, Shaka.
Yeah, come on, brother. Now, what is the evidence that you're basing your belief of the historical Jesus on? What is it based on? Which evidence? Which records? Because believing is
Well,
not knowing.
I've seen the videos with, like any with Bart Ehrman, for example, saying there was a historical Jesus. I do think that the experts claim that there
That's
is a
money.
historical Jesus, and I accept
He's
that,
protecting his money, man.
because again, it just makes sense to me. Like, I can find someone in history. Every point in history, there's at least 100 people claiming to be the Messiah. There are 100 of them today. There's 100 of them 10 years ago. Every year, there's a bunch of them. So I think it's more likely that there was somebody 2,000 years ago claiming to be the Messiah.
Yeah,
It
but
just
that's not
makes
Jesus.
natural sense to me.
Messiah doesn't mean Jesus. As a matter of fact, we have the Persian king Cyrus, if I'm not mistaken, and Bar Ehrman, you mentioned his name, Bar Ehrman talked about it. And in the Bible, he's referred to as God's Messiah.
I'm not sure the point you're making.
Well, my point is that you first say that you believe in a
I
history.
think we're getting off cue, because like if I was you, be honest with you, man, I forgot your name. What's your name?
Shaka
Yeah,
or
Shaka.
Milton, or
I'm
Milton Drew.
sorry.
No, no problem. No
If I
problem.
was you, Shaka, what I would do is right now is throw into his face Shimon Barkova. Have you ever heard of that guy before?
No.
Shimon Barkova was he was a Israelite that was named the Messiah after Jesus died. That kills the entire argument. You see what I'm saying? Like, this guy was named, he was nominated as the Messiah.
By whom?
Yeah,
By whom? How does that nullify the fact that there was another guy that other people thought was the Messiah?
wrote the Bible, bro. The people who wrote the Bible, because what he did was he fought against the Romans. He fulfilled every prophecy in Revelations. He did all of that. And I know. Matter of fact, don't. I'm gonna tell you some other time when Shaka's not on here, because he taking his notes down, man.
No, I'm not making any notes. I just have the timer because you said 10, 15 minutes. So I'm thinking if you're going to come up with this exclusive that no scholars ever talked about,
Go on your computer right now and Google this person. His name is Shimon, Shomon.
Oh, no. I mean, I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about what
But
you said
Kyle,
earlier regarding the.
Wait, hold on. Let me finish now. This is the person that started the Bakova revolt. This is the person that led the Jews against the Romans, and he fulfilled the chapters of Revelations in the Bible.
that's what the Rastas believe about Selassie as well, bro. The Rastas believe Selassie is the Messiah, that he is Jesus. And the fact that Jesus is real doesn't mean that there wasn't another person 2,000 years ago.
What I'm saying is Shimon Barkova actually lived in that land. He was a human being. He helped them do actual, real revolutions. He killed.
So you're saying he's the real Jesus?
No, in the biblical narrative, yes, he is.
Hold on. So you're saying you do believe there was a real Jesus, and that guy is him?
No. I'm saying that he is the person that the biblical narrative refers to as the Jesus. He was the
so that's the historical
American
Jesus then.
Dream.
So that's the historical. Hold on, Lionel. So you're saying that's the historical Jesus, right, Kyle?
I would say that, yes.
Okay, thank you. So you're proving my point. Is that what, if you were Shaka, that's how you would come at me, by proving my point?
Your Jesus is a combination of three or 4 different Jesus characters that are made into one. And I'm saying that that's not realistic. I'm saying that if you have one Jesus that did all these
3
things,
historical people. If it's 3 historical people, that makes him super historic. That makes him even more historic than everybody else. You're proving my point even more than I'm proving my point.
Wait, American Dream, you just said you believe in a historical Jesus. Now you want to debate Kyle on the historical Jesus. You sound like almost split-minded for a second, man. I'm confused.
Lionel, he came in. Lionel, you're confused. I don't know why you're confused. The man came in saying this is how he would come at me if he was Shaka, and he proved my point. You got to pay attention, Lionel. Lionel, you got to pay attention.
Sitting back laughing at us, man. Let Shaka prove his point, man, because he out here looking
You
at
trying to go?
What proof is what? Wait, what's Shaka gonna prove again?
Shaka, what you got to prove, bro?
Well,
Shaka
Brother
got to prove that Jesus is not real.
Brother Kaya, you're flipping the script on us. You're the one who said you will show us some records about the historicity of Jesus. Yeah, you said give me 10 minutes.
Because I believe that Jesus Christ, or whatever this guy's name is not a real character, but he's a eponymous ancestor. He's a character that was created to fit a dialogue.
Well, maybe there was a misunderstanding. I just thought that you would show us some reference for the historicity.
Nah, you trying to be funny, man. I'm about to kick you off the fucking platform, man. I don't like the way you trying to do me, man.
All right, I'm gonna go because you're getting angry. You're getting angry at me. I'd rather leave in good terms because right now you're about to curse me out crazy.
You know this is jokes, man. I'm just saying that you switched. You see what's going on, man. I don't believe in no historical character named Jesus. Nobody in their squads believe in that. And this is what I'm trying to get you.
Garfield does. He's the leader of the squad, but
Huh?
Garfield does believe in a historical Jesus.
No, nobody does, bro.
Earlier you said he does. You said
no.
Jesus.
Listen to what I'm saying, right? So like when you deal with the biblical narrative, you get a story about Jesus, right? But in real life, there's another story about a person that got killed, and this story got ascribed to him.
All right. Okay. Well,
because if you ask Garfield, hey Garfield, how many Jesuses are there? He'll say which one you're referring to, because he knows there's multiple Jesus. Is even the word?
All right. Well, brothers, I appreciate, Kaya, thank you for the hospitality. I appreciate that. And you're welcome on my platform. Anybody else, even Sadio, American Dream, Brother Lionel came in many times.
Don't say that, bro. How you gonna say that? You got me blocked.
I have you blocked on my, well, you're not blocked if you get on the platform with the StreamYard link. If I blocked you, it must have been for a good reason. I don't really block people for unjustifiably, but I usually share the link so people can get on the panel. So you are more than welcome. I mean, Brother Lionel has been there, but Brother Bobby London was there yesterday, So once again, Brother Kaya, I appreciate the hospitality. And I mean, who knows, maybe later on, Garfield and I will be cordial, but I appreciate the bill, brothers, and also Sabio, you're welcome also on my panel, So brothers, thank you very much. It's 1 a.m. I'm gonna get a bit of rest. All right. Peace.
Peace.
Yeah, damn it. I was trying to tell her brother goodbye. It was beautiful. If you still listen,
Sabio still here?
Coming to the platform, bro. We appreciate the European, the British love, the accent, shit like that. Well, hey, we over here rocking out, man. Motel 360. Bring your ass to the goddamn page, man. Come on, let's go. You out here, you get your Twitter fingers working and shit. You been working all night, man. This nigga has been goddamn. God damn, man. Get your ass on the fucking chat. We got Kylie.
Hey, Kylie, I got a question for you, bro.
We got Brother Lionel and American Dream on the platform right now, so we gonna rock out. So the platform is y'all, gentlemen.
Hey Kaya, real quick, is Sabio Dagger Squad as well?
know. Sabio, are you Dagger Squad? Because I ain't seen you do your presentation yet, bro. Casa Soze, where you at, bro?
Why don't you know that, Kyle?
Because like it's Dagger Squad, it's a large group of individuals, and like you know what I'm saying, like
Can you
I
hear
know what
me?
I am, but I don't know if Kaiser Soze has done his presentation to formally being inducted into Dagger Squad. And
So
so like
Yeah, I
y'all
did.
don't have like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
secret handshake
So
or nothing like that.
so can y'all hear me?
yeah, we
Yeah.
can bro, go ahead.
Yeah, so I done my presentation on Paul. I done my debate on Paul, my presentation on Paul, and that was my introduction into the Dagger Squad. So yes,
Nah,
I'm Dagger Squad.
well there you go, man. Dagger Squad for life, man. Like this is the thing, right? Like it's not my job to define a Dagger Squad member. It's their job to define who they are. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna have to come on Dagger Squad. You're gonna have to present some sources. You're gonna have to be in the back chat, and you gotta provide a presentation. And if you don't get
Indeed.
muted,
Let me ask you another question, Kaya.
huh?
Kaya, let me ask you another question.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, is Sabio Dagger Squad?
That's what you just asked, bro. He just said yeah.
I'm asking you.
If he met the requirements of Dagger Squad, he just as much Dagger Squad than I am. Because like I'm sure he didn't watch my presentation and I didn't watch his. And like that's why I asked him personally because like shit. Like
Why don't you let Garfield? Garfield actually said it the other day. I think he said yes, Sabio's part of Dagger Squad. I don't know why y'all act like he isn't, but yeah, I'm part of Dagger Squad. I've been part of Dagger Squad.
Mayfield just got his
From the
Okay,
word
I must
believe,
have
I
missed
think
that.
that
I
was the
must have
word
missed
that
that.
got me into the Dagger Squad. Believe.
yeah, Mayfield
Garfield.
Yeah. So
just got his own shit going on, man. It's the same way I do, bro. Like it like just because you Dagger Squad or whatever like it don't mean you can't do nothing else. And like Savio got
right,
something else on. You know what I'm saying? He got what is it? Scripture riptures or
psychological shackle breakers.
there you go.
Right.
He got his own shit going on, man. Like I got my own shit going on. Like I don't claim Dagger Squad on every event that I do and everything that I do because my life is more than that. You know what I'm saying? The same way with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, but at the same time, we Dagger Squad, like we be in the back chats every day. We be chatting, we be sharing sources every day. We talk every day. And so like that's my brother.
Garfield, he told me like last year that I'm an honorary member of Dagger Squad on Sardetta Show.
Well,
But
you ain't in the back chats yet, man. So you ain't in Dagger Squad yet. To be honest with
he said I'm honorary. He said I'm honorary.
you. Well, look, nigga, if you ain't came to the back chats and got these uppercuts yet, nigga, you ain't Dagger Squad, bro.
Oh man.
Nah, but it's all love, man. You know, Dagger Squad, it ain't no game, man. Like you ain't gotta get beat in.
Nah.
This is just a bunch of folks that really want to just learn, bro. Like,
Learn. Right. A bunch of nerds.
yeah,
A
this
bunch
ain't
of
like,
nerds.
oh my god, you ain't Dagger Squad, nigga. Who the fuck cares, man? Like, for real, like. Anyway, maybe I'm thinking too deeply into this shit. Maybe I've been in organizations in my life to make this make sense, but like.
No. Your answer is actually a good answer, a good fair answer that I accept.
I appreciate that, American Dream.
Indeed, no doubt. It's the best answer you've given to the questions you've been asked tonight.
Hey, well, you know what, American Dream, take that motherfucker. You know what? I'm gonna kick you off my phone.
Come on. Right.
Nah, but hey, man, I appreciate y'all coming in. And I ain't even finna hold y'all, man. I got a steak that's marinating downstairs, man. This bitch finna get on that grill. And I'm gonna have to holler at y'all. You know what I'm saying? So
Indeed. Don't forget Tank is fighting tonight too.
who that?
Yeah, he finna knock that dude out. Tank
Trevante.
finna knock that dude out.
Oh, Tank,
Yeah.
man. Tank finna beat the fuck out of dude, bro. What y'all
Yeah,
talking?
the whole card is stacked. It's a good card, so
Yeah.
it's a good
Hey,
time to end
man,
the show for me.
I'm like Tank, man. You know what I'm saying? Hit these niggas, boy. Come on, let's go. All right, let me stop.
Indeed. But thanks for letting me on, Kyle. Peace.
Hey, peace to you, American Dream, Kaiser Soze, Babylon Dunn. Thank y'all for all coming on, brother Lionel. Hey man, get your Dagger Squad stripes, man. Look, come on to the team, bro. Because I see you out here fishing. You swimming around in the shallow waters, man. You trying to figure out where you need
I
to
need you
dock
to listen to
on
what I need you
that,
to listen to what Dr. Smalls and I need Lionel to listen to what James Smalls and Walter Williams talked about the other day about these
Oh,
Abrahamic faiths.
I
The
saw
same
that
things that I've
already.
been saying, they said. Oh, okay. So if they're saying it, they're racist, then I'm not making anything up. Those I think those are two of the greatest minds in our
yeah.
generation, and we need to listen to people like that. And they're repeating it, then hey, I think you should actually look deeper into it before you just jump into the religion and follow it.
Yeah, that is, man. And look, before y'all log out, man, make sure y'all hit the subscribe button, man, to This is Kyle, bro. I appreciate every one of y'all for coming through. We got a ton of views today, man, and I appreciate every one of y'all, man. Make sure y'all hit again, subscribe to the channel because I got a lot more content coming. Most of my content is gonna be travel videos and me across these goddamn oceans and shit like that. But every
Yeah,
once
you
in a
was just in Africa a couple weeks ago, wasn't you?
now I was in South America. I was in Belize.
Oh, South America. Okay,
Yeah. But yeah,
I seen some videos of it. I didn't
yeah,
know
man.
where you was.
You're kicking it, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get these travel. I'm going to Africa well, I should be going in March to Nigeria again. Yeah, like a lot of folks don't believe that, or don't understand that I know my family in Nigeria, and I'm gonna go over there and you know, do my shit right there, you know. But yeah, so what we doing, man? Same shit, different toilet, man. I appreciate y'all for joining in. Chaz, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Indigenous African, hit the subscribe button. MO Hotel 360. If you ain't hitting subscribe, nigga, I'm gonna block you because you didn't come in all goddamn day on my shit, man. Tamika, you better be already subscribed. Jody Breeze, you better be subscribed. Pure Black, I know you subscribed. That's my dog. Khalife, if you ain't subscribed, my nigga, whoever this is right here, yeah, subscribe, my dude. James Powell, you better be subscribed. All these people, man, all y'all folks that been on this channel, there's been 1,000 of y'all, man, on this chat, man. And anyway, y'all better subscribe, man. Peace to y'all, man. Dagger
Peace, big
Squad.
dog.
Make sure y'all
You
fuck with
know,
Stock TV. You know what I'm saying? Black News 102.
each
What
one teach one,
each
each
one,
one teach one.
you know what I'm saying? I'm shouting out everybody, bro. You know what I'm saying? This La Familia, man. This is where you're gonna get your information from, man. You know what I'm saying? For real. Not no bullshit. You're gonna get some cussing, you're gonna get all kind of shit. Oh, Tamika said she already subscribed, so all right, I'll give you a pass, Mika. But yeah, y'all have a good night, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's do this again a few more days from now because we're gonna get right back to it. Peace up, 8 times down. Yeah, you already know what it is.
Peace.
All right.
Peace.